It's really good, but the innies get rewarded. Like they don't know anything. They don't really. It's like kind of like they have amnesia about the world outside, so they get like rewarded with really weird little kind of things. Like, but it's like really rooted in that kind of like weird corporate culture. So if they do well enough, they get like a music dance experience where they like wheel in like a little stereo and everyone kind of dances in the office. And you know, or like they get like a egg roll party or something like that. I just think like the pandas is like the same thing. Like it's like, you know, you like
Yes.
do this like grueling work, and you never see the sunlight, but then you get to see the pandas. You know.
Yes, that. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Curious pointing out that hundreds and hundreds of angry wolves also do not respect hierarchies. So
Oh,
you know.
worthwhile.
Yeah. Anarchist wolves.
Did you see Tim? Did you see Mule's trailer for what he's doing on the stream over the weekend?
Oh no, I didn't because I think he put it up like just before I went to bed.
Right,
so I saw like a
right.
thumbnail, but I didn't actually see it.
It's really
when you get a
cute.
chance. It's
Yeah,
pretty
awesome.
cool. Yeah. He is doing a reward where if people donate like £5, he has to shut his eyes for 10 seconds during his speed run.
Oh wow!
If they donate £20, he just has to die.
Oh
Yeah. And also every time that we get
Wow.
a £200 dono, he has to just start the run over completely. So like
I feel like I need to like stream snipe him. Like wait till he's like carrying a huge amount of souls, or he's just done something really grueling, and then I'm gonna be like £20.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he was saying earlier, if you donate £20 twice, at a point where he needs the souls to do the run, he would fail the run because like you die and then you die again, so you can't have the souls.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this bit,
I'm
you
just
would
waiting.
like stand on top of the ladder. Like the ladder has like a little thin hit.
Yeah, climb up a little bit and then kind of shuffle over to your left where
Yeah,
that other
stand
ladder
on top
is,
of
and
the
then you'll
ladder
kind
right
of
now.
go up and then back to the right and see if that works. Yeah, cool. There we go.
Exactly.
Is everyone done except for me?
What? No.
No, I haven't
Came
done
out
it
from
yet.
this room.
I've gone really. Oh no.
There's a question in Twitch chat asking whether there'll be a way to donate closer to the end of the month, like how soon or like how long the donation links will remain.
I mean, oh right, that's a good point. I don't know when I set up the campaigns to last for. I'd have to check Tiltify or hope that Nat hears me and goes and checks my Tiltify account just now and looks on campaigns and sees what the end date for the campaigns is.
Wow, I hope Nat hears you.
Yeah, I hope so. Hope she sees this, Queen.
All right, cool. Back up top. I feel like every section just has its own little knack to it, and then once you kind of like figure out the weird Minecraft logic of the section, it's like
Thank you, Sophie.
It's okay. I
Yeah,
just want to make sure you got the stuff to get through it.
That's why it's called a jumping puzzle.
oh yeah, correct.
Wow, the shade.
Yeah.
Also, I believe
Thanks,
we're ready to
pointing that out.
donation message.
My mind has been illuminated.
Joe, were you saying you got some donation messages for us?
Yeah, so
Cool.
Oh,
head on
no.
over to Soph voice text. I guess probably not the people who are playing Minecraft now that I think about it. So
Yeah, actually, that would be great. Actually, if everyone who isn't me, Tim, and Kira could read out some messages, I'll just keep on piloting my camera to watch them.
Who wants to start? Or are we going through the Discord order again?
we can do Discord order.
We can go alphabetical. So the first one is how to say his name. Bumblebee on Etworthy donated £100 with no message.
Nice.
I think that's Bumblebee 123.
Oh, okay.
The useless teammate donated £80 and said their message is how much is $100 in pounds? This is close enough. KEKW? I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, it's like a emote thingy.
Oh, okay.
It's £75
That is pretty much exactly £100, according
Oh,
to the
nice.
exchange rate I use to calculate stuff.
Fair.
Oh, $100 rather. This is what I
Yeah.
got off Google. I don't know whether what you would actually get in a bank, etc.
Yeah. Sometimes there's like fees and stuff. but-
Yeah, exactly. Richard Masseri donated £50 and says,
Nice.
"I'm scared right now, and I pass easily because I'm an MB who pretty much hides it from all but those who I feel safe with. What you all have strength to do is truly amazing. I really want to believe there is a future for all this."
That's cool, but also like we're playing games, which is like cool. I think that I mean, for me personally, being like just like a cis dude, like it's kind of like like you like whoever that was that just put that message in, like you're the strong one, you're the one that's out there living this, So yeah, but that's cool. It's awesome. I'm just dying in Minecraft, which is easy.
Tia?
Who wants to grab the next? Or should we? I guess Alice again, because it's
Unless Tia's still here. Yeah.
It might be.
Um, Rob_Arts donated £20 and says, "Save the beard."
Oh.
Another vote for Save the Beard.
Yeah. Oh, Kira Chats was pricked to death.
I killed myself.
Oh.
Because it was like low health. I'm like, might as well
Oh yeah. You may as well.
run into some cactuses.
The next donation is from Cyberquaker. Like, and it says third-party mutton chop vote.
Third party. Oh shit! I was gonna say, is there like a third party option for like mustache or like?
Oh my god.
Yeah, mutton chops. Is like,
Third-party option is for the mutton chop.
yeah, nice. The independent candidate.
Oh, that makes it my going end, doesn't it? Anonymous donated £3 and says transgenderism with 2 exclamation marks.
Thank you, Anonymous Hacker Network. They always show up for our streams. It's amazing.
They really do have their finger on the pulse, don't they?
Yeah.
Fat Boy donated $100. $10, and says trans rights are human rights.
Correct.
That's right.
The useless teammate donates $100 and says, "You can do this course, Miss Streamer."
Oh,
That's
thank
getting
you,
close.
useless.
That's-
Thank you.
Not such a useless teammate after
I
all.
believe in you.
Yeah. Finally
Lady-
pulling their weight around here.
The lady Susanna donated $20 and says, "Take this money and show those who would trample us and see us erased that we won't go quietly."
Too fucking
Yeah.
right. Hell yeah.
Mm,
I like that message. That's a good message.
yeah.
Tinfoil
All of them is-
Pancakes. Tinfoil Pancakes donated $27.32 with support trans rights and don't fall down your shower drain. Good advice.
Every
all
day
around.
is a struggle. I'm constantly at war with the shower train.
This is the issue with being a living spider.
Yeah.
I just want to say before the next donation message, Tim, I want to tell you about Maniac, if you don't know about it, when the donation messages are done. I just want to not forget about it.
Okay, alright. I'll remind you if I remember to.
I'm just saying.
There's only 2 left.
There's like 500 people who can remind us, so it's good.
Okay,
There's
cool.
also only 2
Yeah.
left. Dude.
Oh, fab. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yes. The next one is from the Lurking Cato, with $42, and they said,
Oh,
"I hope
big.
the skeleton is appeased."
So it's kind of hard to try to make these jumps when you're trying to get in front of me and throw Pickle Ricks at me. Just FYI.
Okay, don't worry. I'm not even here. I'm not even here.
Okay.
Matitvash Amal Opat says donated $100 and says trans rights. I think I
Nice.
pronounced all that right. It's definitely French. I
Good job.
think.
Yeah.
French isn't real. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's actually pronounced Matt Tight Vash Malax Patties. So
Oh, yeah.
It's extremely true.
Like the what is that, Inglorious Bastards, where he's like, I can speak Italian, and he's like, Buongiorno.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
All right.
Where now pickle ricks are being thrown at my head from nowhere. I still never even know.
Jen's
So
Oh, God.
they're invisible.
And then Tim's right underneath me. This
Jen's
Oh, wow,
is
there's, like,
rain
some-
pickle Ricks.
Making it rain.
I think
Um,
I'm gonna actually have to dip out now, y'all.
Okay.
Oh.
Just so you know, you're
Thanks for
welcome
hanging
on the
out with
stream
us.
anytime that you're available.
Yeah, if you wanna
We
come
love
back.
you, babe. We want you
Yeah.
around. Also, you have to come and finish the protest and riot tactics episodes because you
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
you had like 50 pages of notes and we only covered like 2.
Yeah, wow.
yeah, that's right.
I actually wrote a bunch of, rewrote a bunch of notes or the other day. We actually.
someone
we
on
actually-
me up there. I swear to God. Sorry to
Okay.
cut you off. I swear to
Oh, I
God.
just like watched you just step off the side. It was like
Because I was stuck.
why
I
I was
couldn't
like,
jump
oh.
anywhere. I couldn't jump up. Can you jump up there?
And Nancy, do you want to plug anything before you have to go?
Nothing I can think of right now. I guess my channel. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Don't, you
no.
really don't have to be sorry. It's fine.
I'm trying not to say sorry again.
Oh, okay. Anansi's channel is called Anansi's Library. It's much smarter than my channel. They have incredible things to say, and you should go watch. They did a really, really cool video about Fanon and gender, which was kind of a big moment for because I had identified that link, and kind of Abby had mentioned it as well in a video, and then
interesting.
and then Anansi came in and just like fucking absolutely goated the whole thing. Just
Goated it.
incredible
With the
video
sauce?
about
Thank you.
Goated with the sauce,
Yeah.
gender style.
I really appreciate that.
Well, it's
Awesome. I'll have to check that out. I'm a
Voted with the
non
sauce.
fan. Yeah, awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for coming along. And if
thank-
you want to jump back on, just let us know. I think I'm gonna be going for like I don't know, like until
I
deep
honestly
into the
might-
night.
I honestly
So,
might
yeah.
see if I get in Minecraft so I can play with y'all.
Aw,
Because
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
like, oh my god, I'm in middle school again.
Yeah, you can
Right?
play with us. It'd be
Got my Pickle
fun.
Rick, got my Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like, what do
just-
we even do with this Pickle Rick? I don't even.
I promise the pickle Rick's
God.
on me.
Wait, there's
Alright,
a sea
see y'all
pickle
later.
and a pickle.
Alright, see ya, Nancy. Alright,
Alright,
see,
see
I'm
you later.
here. Shit, it doesn't help that I'm holding a pickle Rick. No, I'm here. The pickle Ricks are coming for. See? It's not me, it's Jen. She's throwing them down. Please
How do I?
believe
Where's
me.
the throw button? How do I throw?
It's Q.
Q, I believe.
Yeah, alright. Hell yeah. Here's some Pickle Ricks for you, son.
Jen, stop!
See on my stream, I'm just going furiously like throwing these pickles. Oh,
Oh shit.
You see
Sarah,
what
did I
you
give it
made
away?
Kira
I'm so
do?
sorry. Oh wait, no, I was invisible. You didn't even see me. Never mind. Nothing. Nothing happened.
oh
When
can
you're
go
invisible, are you still like
No, I'm intangible.
Can you still
I
push?
pass through walls and shit.
Oh, that's weird then.
Is it? All right.
Oh my God.
No. Oh.
Literally just faster to kill myself. Just gonna do that.
Wow, me experiencing the GIC waiting list.
That's dark.
I'm s- Sorry about my reality, bro.
Yeah, Quaba, I'm basking in the glory of Pickle Rick. That's exactly how I feel about that situation.
Love the cube. All right, yeah, Maniac is a show with who the fuck is it even? It's not
Oh wait, no, I have seen with
Emma
what's his
Stone
name, Jonah Hill
and
stuff.
Jonah Hill. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good as fuck. And you don't
it a
expect like
platform?
it's a really moving, serious performance from Jonah Hill that you're like, whoa,
Yeah, it's
what
really
the
good.
fuck? It's really
Yeah,
cool.
Severance is kind of like a similar vibe to
Yeah,
that.
I kind of
like,
figured based on what you were saying. Yeah, was that.
mm.
I don't know how I feel
Um,
about like these like actors that have been typecasted like trying to do dramatic roles. I'm just like, you know what, just You're like making me upset by having to make me go through labor to try to put you in a serious place. You know what I mean?
That emotional labor. To,
Like when Will Smith was like, "Take me
understand the concept of
seriously."
acting.
Honestly,
Yeah, I'm like,
I mean,
or the guy,
Jonah
the
Hill
Harry
nailed
Potter
it,
dude, is like trying to go
Oh,
gets
yeah.
like naked on Broadway to be like, "Take me seriously."
I mean, that was the first thing he
It's
did
the only
after
way to
Harry
take someone
Potter.
seriously. Oh, I almost fell down.
Daniel Radcliffe's come a long way since. Yeah.
Yeah. Him and Robert Pattinson as well have kind of managed to shake off the curse of the the childhood.
It's time for us to
But-
admit that the curse is really the curse of the Harry Potter movies is really just Tom Felton and Rupert Grint not being very good actors.
Rupert Grint did an alright Sky One
I
show with
like
Nick
Tom
Frost.
Felton.
They're fine.
Tom Felton.
They're just not
Tom
that
Felton's-
special.
I think Tom Felton's the one Harry Potter actor who hasn't renounced J.K. Rowling as well.
Doofa.
Oh, I
wait.
didn't know that. I mean,
Doofa is also. If I
God.
might add
He's-
this, Doofa.
He's more so just kept radio silence rather than.
Ellen from
Yeah,
Now On
yeah.
is rated with a party of 175. Hey, Ellen, and hey to all
Orange
the raiders. I'm Sophie. I am streaming right now with two of my fellow Red Planet co-hosts, Tim and Kira, to do the Red Planet Stream for Trans Power. We're raising money for gendered intelligence, the Good Law Project, and the Campaign for Southern Equality. We have raised $7,000 for each fund already, which I'm really proud of.
Yeah,
I know we
that's
can do way better,
huge.
especially with all of you having just joined. So look out
Yeah.
for those links in the chat. Basically, if I may as well take a couple of minutes to talk about what they all do.
Yeah.
Gendered Intelligence is a group in the UK a charity in the UK that works with young trans people, outreach, campaigning, youth groups, and they make trans kids feel safe and secure in the knowledge that there are adults and other kids around them who are care about them and show that they have a support network, which is really important at a time when many kids may feel the only people around are their family, and their family don't want them to be themselves. It's really valuable. Everyone I've talked to about gendered intelligence is really hits hard on how it's an absolutely vital service. The Good Law Project is a non-profit organization of lawyers who are fighting legal battles in the UK, suing the UK government for all of the pig shit garbage that they're doing, trying to remove our human rights. At the moment, they're suing the NHS for the criminal negligence of the care of trans people. They're also the ones who overturned the Bell versus Tavistock ruling. They're very cool. And Tim, you just looked right at me even though I'm invisible. That was fucked up.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I saw you.
Makes sense.
I knew you were there.
These
I was
ladders
actually
are
just looking at
scary.
Kira. Are you taking a shortcut? Can you jump from the waterfall to there?
Yeah.
I've been doing
Oh,
that because I just got really frustrated, and I
Oh,
hate these
damn.
ladders. They're not you just go on one and then you just go on the other. Whoever said that, you're wrong. They're extremely not like that. So shame on you.
And the third one is the Campaign for Southern Equality, who are trying to create equality for LGBT people across the American South. That's because we are using our 4 channels this whole weekend, 4 channels, 3 days, 3 funds, to fight for trans kids in the US and UK. And I'm really, really proud of how much money we've raised already, but there's still the whole weekend ahead of us. So Ellen from Now On's audience, please get donating. If you want to be watching something different, that's kind of the point of the event. We have, other streams going on. DJ Mule is over on twitch.tv/DJ Mule doing Dark Souls speedruns right now. He's got a whole bunch of different incentives. You can make him die on purpose. You can make him give up on the whole run and start over. You can make him, you can take those penalties away as well by donating a larger amount. You can also donate to get him to either shave or save his beard, and there's an ongoing conflict of donations.
A war.
A war, yeah, of donations. And the largest amount donated will win. So, really worthwhile. There's also an auction, which I'm not going to take my time to explain right now because I'm tired from explaining all the other stuff, and I've already been streaming for 13 hours. But there's lots going on all weekend right here, and Kira Chats, and Conquest of Dread, and DJ Mule. It's the Red Planet Stream for Trans Power. Get donating. I want to hit 10K for all of the funds before I go to bed. Come on, let's do this. I know we can. I know we absolutely can.
What time is it over there for you right now?
It is 23:48.
I
And
just
I've
fell.
been going since
Um,
June, so it's nearly. I mean,
yeah.
I started it actually at like I started it running at 11:30, but I've been properly streaming since noon.
Yeah, I jumped in just as you had started the stream, just before I went to bed last night. And I think you weren't. I don't know if you were on yet, or if you were just kind of just chilling. But yeah, it's wild. It's like, yeah, you've all been going for a little while, but I'm kind of just getting started. So I think once we've done our little Minecraft warm up, I'm gonna move into some other stuff. I'm probably gonna play some like, I don't know. I'm feeling like some indie game sort of stuff. So if anyone, yeah, like if you want to watch Dark Souls stuff, Mule will be doing that. Kira, are you gonna catch some sleep soon? Is that?
I might,
plan?
yeah. I'm gonna sleep on stream tonight, and then maybe some one of my mods is gonna be like chatting in voice chat, and maybe some people will be talking. So basically, you can
yeah,
watch me sleep and then talk
Yeah.
on my
sweet.
stream while you can witness me sleep. It'll be great.
I'm gonna after you guys have completed the cube and I've showed you the pandas, I'm gonna switch to playing some Inscription, Casey's mod, and then when I crash out, I'm gonna raid into Tim's stream so that you get other viewers, but I'm then gonna put my stream back up again, just on night crew, so just like same sort of thing, like mods just chatting, but like I won't be on camera sleeping like Kira is. I don't have the dedication to providing the providing.
Are you allowed
the
to be on
creep
camera
show.
sleeping now?
You have to like, I believe the rule is that you sorry, I'm kind of trying to focus on this. I think the rule is you don't list your category. I forget if it's like an
Okay.
official rule or what, but yeah.
I just remember that used to not be allowed, and it was just
Yeah,
Mm.
Twitch is just awful at communicating what their rules are. So
Tim, do you know what indies you're gonna play?
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna warm up with maybe something chill. Like I was thinking maybe Doors of Insanity. That's a new one that I've been playing around with. Kind of like a like a roguelike card collecting thing, but it's like
Oh, I love
really
that shit,
wild and like the art style is really cool and ridiculous, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's kind of more like focused on it's kind of got like a lot of RPG features, like all that kind of stuff. But I think what I'm really looking forward to is Such Art, Genius Artist Simulator, because I am a genius artist, and so naturally I'm going to be very good at this. But no, actually, it's one of those kind of like House Flipper style games, except it's like you're living in like on a space station as like some genius artist who is like fulfilling commissions and sending them, off
this
or
looks
whatever.
really cute.
It actually does look amazing. Oh, there's platforms here. Why is that?
I'm always looking for new indie games. Ugh.
It does, yeah, it does look really cool. I'm looking forward to it. It's like one of those. I mean, it's like how it's like asking you to do easy stuff, but like with a mouse, so it's like very hard and goofy. It's definitely the vibe. But it's actually got like an amazing array of like tools, like artistic tools, like brushes and spray paints, and the way that you can interact with the environment looks really cool. I played the demo of it when it was brand new on stream once and had a lot of fun. But the coolest thing as well is that you can export the art that you make somehow, I think. So maybe if we get something really cool, someone can score a print. But I don't know. I think it's going to depend on what your definition of cool is, because like
guest for us if we're
all right. This is the
Kira,
part
would
that I
you like
always
to
fail
do
at.
over? Would you like to be skipped to the platform you were on?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay, I'll do that.
Thanks.
No
feel like
worries.
maybe I
It was hard to watch. It was. All right, you're gonna get teleported here.
Well, not before Tim gets there. Tim's trying to finish it.
Oh shit, my bad.
So I have Bellamy Raya here for you.
Oh, cool. Sure.
Oh no, I jumped off the other side.
It's the same thing I did.
All right.
That's alright.
You might want to TP whilst not physical.
Oh, good.
Oh right, so yeah, so you can't stand on the
Someone's
platform.
fallen off.
Yeah, so I can't accidentally shove her off. That makes a lot of sense. And then just gonna up a little bit. Oh god, now I'm
Oh,
really
right.
nervous about how I'm gonna drop you. I don't want to drop you just
could just-
immediately kill
Yeah.
you.
You could just teleport me to the platform before that.
Oh, I did it! I did it successfully.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Gosh, I just
Alright,
follow you
I'll
right
see you up
away.
there in a
Right away.
second.
Poor care.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Yes.
Yay!
Oh,
you got
did
it?
Okay.
Tim, would you
Yeah,
like
I
to
did
go over
it.
to the glass box, or are you happy to make your own way?
I'm happy to make my own way.
All right, cool.
Let's see how we're doing.
Was this
Oh, don't
ice?
forget to use the bed.
Yeah, you're in the ice realm now. It will be slippery, so you gotta
The
do
realm
the same
of-
kind of shit, but like you might slip off the platforms. So
Yeah. Did you use the bed?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'll make sure I did, just in case.
we have a new guest, I believe.
Yeah, hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh, she hears my voice. Hi, dear. How are you?
Hi, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm
I
okay.
love
I
Bellamy.
suppose I should introduce myself.
Yeah, go for it.
Because there's a lot of people here that probably don't know.
Me
Here,
turn you up a
chat
bit.
will know who I am. I can, yeah,
Yeah.
I can up my game
you're-
too.
You're good. No. I got you. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Well, my name's Bellamy Raya. I am an extremely part-time content creator because I'm working on a PhD in geography. Well, it's geography and urban studies, but I just call it geography. I need to like rehearse elevator pitches because I'm really horrible at
Notice that a lot of communists
introducing
are
myself.
we're like always trying not to be too much of a brag about
Yeah,
ourselves
yeah,
too much, and
no,
we're also
yeah.
not like capitalists, so we're not like trying to like do these like
Yeah.
douchey like startup pitches. So
Before Call Me YouTube, I was in startups, so I'm like, this is why.
Oh my
This is
God.
why I rattle off all of my like.
is that why you're so cringe?
promos and yeah, that is it.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
That's
I
exactly
am. I did not do well in my undergraduate like career, like the career prep class or whatever they force you to take so you learn how to get a job. I'm like, I just want to do stuff I like.
Stuff you like in this economy?
I know. Well, so I'm fortunate enough that, well, I don't know if you call it fortunate, but because I am disabled, I get a couple of different pensions, and that's where that money came from. So you can thank the United States government for first breaking me and then giving me money to give to you.
yeah.
Yay!
It feels weird to thank the United States government.
Thank you, America.
Publicly, I mean, like, not directly to my CIA handler.
I don't say
Well,
I don't thank the United States government when I'm talking to my CIA handler. I just call him daddy, so it's fine. It cuts out the middleman.
Oh, no.
Are you going in the igloo?
I'm just trying to see what's going on in here.
An igloo in there?
Yeah, we're in the
Yeah,
we're
if
in the
I-
ice room, so there's an igloo in here.
Is this ice fire? What the hell is this?
Yeah, have you not
Oh.
seen that before?
No, wait, how have you seen it before? You said you haven't like played this in forever. Maybe you've seen
No,
me
I'm
play that.
like, I mean, like in real life, like ice fire. That's a thing, right?
Wait, what?
I'm always having to deal with that. It's like, I mean, yeah, you,
Okay, I was taking. Shut the fuck up.
My,
I was
my,
actually
uh,
like, I was actually respecting you, and like, what? This is.
That-
I'm taking
that was your
seriously
first
now.
mistake.
Yeah, that was my mistake.
My Minecraft is such like an interesting. So my research like focuses almost entirely on like human behavior, and Minecraft and like speedrunning are such interesting like microcosms of what humans do when we're given the freedom to just create things.
Mhm.
ding ding, I did it, I got it.
There's this really
Okay.
interesting video. I forget who made it. Some chat can tell me, but it basically like looks at colonization and how colonization is like kind of like a way that players have not by the game's design, but have made the game play where they'll like go around to villages and like build
I think that's a
kidnap
Dan
like
Olsen one, I
villagers.
think.
Is it Dan
Yeah.
Olsen? Oh.
Called
Yeah, I
something
think I
like,
saw that
Oops,
before.
I did colonialism in Minecraft or something like that.
Yeah,
Mhm,
yeah.
yeah.
Good.
Oh my god, I need to stop pressing control for this one. Yeah, but I thought it was
think it-
interesting because it's like the way the game wasn't necessarily designed that way, but it doesn't forbid you from doing it. And then players are like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna kidnap people. Why would I? Why would I not? So I mean, then they're also you're exploiting the natural resources without any regard to like preserving like anything. People just create factory farms in like 5 seconds. It's just really interesting.
That video came out it was like literally like a day before I made that like decolonizing games video.
Right.
This was like what's like a couple years ago or whatever like that, and I was like, I didn't watch it because I was like, oh no, like what if Dan just says all the things that I was gonna say, but it was like completely different. And,
you have to remember, you just have to remember the 2 cakes thing. It's the what if my cake isn't good enough? Oh no, shit! The other guy's made a cake. He's gonna be way better. Everyone will eat that cake and not eat my cake. And then how viewers see it is, oh shit! I got 2 cakes.
yeah,
That's literally it. I remember. I think Abby actually sent me that to begin with. I remember making the same kind of like worry, and then she just sent me the meme. She was just like 2 cakes.
I think the moral of the story is chatters are selfish and greedy, and they just take multiple cakes.
Yeah, they're just hogs.
Totally agree.
They just they hoard cakes.
Filthy hogs.
Well, I like to see things like from multiple people because I mean everyone has a different perspective, and even if there's like significant overlap, like it's fuck. Okay, fine. It's why I say I'm always wrong. Because I missed something. I always miss something.
Oh yeah.
And someone else will cover that for me,
Yeah, absolutely. The troll block.
Yeah, that's literally just
the troll toe.
A pass-through block to troll people.
Oh god, wait, hold on. What did he?
My pinky is becoming like carpal tunneled into a position because of these.
Yeah, that's.
I'm controlling shift, control shift.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah. I'm gonna go into little. Oh, there is an ice fire. You don't have to be crazy to live here, but it helps. Live, laugh, love. Nice. What is this? Wine mom Stuart Beast.
Pitch for Stephen King book. It's a sign that says you don't have to be crazy here, but it helps and it makes you crazy.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
Was Stephen King like a ghoul? Like all of these
he could back
greats
out like 800 pages to do that. I think.
He's like the M. Night Shyamalan of books. I swear to God.
Okay, that sounds
Not like I've never like really.
I know his latest thing like says the N word a ton, so like there's
Oh
that.
really?
Why did I do that? Why did I do it? Why did I
I've
press
always
that?
felt that like Stephen King has a really powerful like voice as a writer.
True.
But like his stories just don't really interest me. Like the way he tells them, like his like narrative voice or whatever is like really distinct and really strong and stuff. But then like his stories are just like.
I find his like advice from his on writing really interesting because it's both really powerful and a lot of it is just like you're reading it and you're like, yeah, I bet Stephen King thinks that about writing. Like really powerful in that he goes like, writing is a job. Treat it like a job. Section off an amount of your day. Spend those hours doing it and doing nothing else. And if you write nothing, that's fine. You were still trying to do your job that day. And stuff like this, which is like, yes, that's absolutely true. No matter what you're writing, be it like a PhD thesis, a video essay, or a fiction book, right? And then there's also shit where he's just like, I don't think that writers set out putting themes in books on purpose. You just write the story and then you see what themes there are, and then maybe you tweak it to make the themes like a bit more clear or consistent. And I'm just like, yeah, of course Stephen King thinks that.
But that's like how his stuff reads, though, right? It's like,
oh, you know what? That reminds me of like when people are like, when you set out to stream, never don't do it for the money. Do it because the money will come later, like stuff like that. I'm like, oh, shut up, and like they're ninjas saying it. It falls into place if it's like, no, shut the fuck up.
That kind of line.
There's some really powerful stuff in there still. I quoted it in my Alan Wake video, like him talking about writing as telepathy. I love that. Like, just writing is a form of telepathy. You are putting like thoughts and words and images in someone else's mind from a great distance without even speaking to them directly. And that's pretty powerful actually.
That's really fucking cool actually.
Alan Wake is very Stephen King as well, though, right?
yeah.
I actually do feel like I want to replay that at some point because I really enjoyed it when I first played it, like when it first came out on like Xbox or whatever. I was like, wow, there's nothing else like this. But wonder how well it holds up. I was like,
I played it the other day. It's really good.
Yeah. And there's like lots of like Twin Peaks kind of stuff in there, and it's
Yeah.
yeah.
I really, really like it.
Stephen King sounds like us, like your typical cis white dude who's guilty, who feels bad for being white.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, very much so. He talked
I love
about
how-
white guilt in
Oh, yeah.
in something. He talked about having like white guilt. And I was like, Steven, sir, please, I need you to
Sir.
grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely. He go on.
He also like has that thing where it's like, you know, like he took a tremendous amount of cocaine for a very long time and kind of just like smashed out like a bunch of really weird kind of like stories or whatever that I think it's like, you know, like when you see like these like, you know, like advice books from like creatives and stuff like that, it's like they never talk about that. They never talk about like, you know, how like the peak of their career they were just like smashing out stimulants and all this kind of stuff. They're just like, no, you gotta treat it like a job. It's like, man, like imagine if I showed up to Tattoo every day and I was just like off my head on cocaine.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like,
Jen, I think Kira just found your troll blocks there.
Yeah, I'm trying
yeah.
not to die right now. I just saw it.
No, I mean, Conrad Zimmerman, who will hopefully be on the stream at some point this weekend, has some great Stephen King opinions because he's been sort of reading the stuff as it's been being released for a couple of decades. He was saying that
wow.
like Stephen King's big series, is it like The Dark Tower or whatever? I don't know.
Oh yeah, the Dark
Yeah.
Tower. I read a little
I
bit of
haven't read
that.
any of his serialized stuff, is the thing. But like he was saying that like he found The Dark Tower such an annoying series because he found it just really boring, but like compelling enough that he had to know what was gonna happen to the characters.
Yeah.
But he didn't like any of it. He's
I
just like,
yeah.
I hate you for making me read this.
I've read the
Yeah.
first few Dark Tower books. I definitely say like the cast is really cool and quite fun, but
Right.
everything
Yeah.
they do is like dog shit boring.
Yeah. Conrad said that when Stephen King got hit by that van that summer, his like first thought was like, please tell me he finished the last book.
Oh, I died in the fire room.
Oh, you got
Oh,
into the hell
Laura!
room. Tim,
Thank you,
welcome to
Laura, for the
hell.
raid. Thank you, Laura Blake, for the raid.
Oh,
Big
sounds
raid. Thank
cool.
you so much. 74 viewers.
Hell
It's always
yeah.
more than Twitch tells you. Thank you so
Goblin
much,
Hugger
Laura.
is saying that in Stephen King's writing book, he does talk about how he is smashed out of his brain on coke and booze. So
He does
that
actually.
is
I mean,
it.
he talks about how he talks about vices a lot, like about him being like really unable to get it off, like you know, get off cocaine because it was this crutch for his writing. It's kind of an interesting account.
Oh right, that's interesting.
I don't know. I recommend reading that book. I think it's really interesting, even if it's not like, you know, I don't think all of it is like flawless advice, but I think it's a really interesting read to understand one of the most prolific writers working today.
Yeah.
If any,
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like super prolific.
No, sorry, Tim. You say what you were going to say.
Oh no, I was just gonna say like the like the fact that he's like has such like a huge creative output is also just really impressive.
Yeah.
But yeah,
If-
what were you saying?
If anyone is interested, there's a very good podcast called Just King Things where they're reading Stephen King's books in publication order, and it's very interesting because they talk about them all and the themes and like kind of how quite often he does like he has a lot of tropes that he does that are not great, like the kind of magical black man who appears in quite a few. Dick Howard,
Mhm.
Indian Burial Ground,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
They like discuss all that and they talk about the context of it and
the child
like,
orgy.
and like what was going on in his life at the time and stuff. Yeah, it's interesting because they like I was Stephen King was like the first like adult author I like got really into when I was like in my teenage years.
Yeah.
So I read like a lot of Stephen King between the ages of like
What's the name of this again?
Just King Things, right?
Just King Things.
Just King Things.
by
Thank you.
Ranged Touch, I think is the name of the.
What was I going to say? Oh, right. I think he has such a because of the I truly fully think it's because of the cocaine. He has such an interesting like specific flavor to so many of his stories that are like I definitely wrote 80% of this in one cocaine weekend, and then Monday happened, and my editor was like, "So do you have that draft?" And I was like, "Shit!" And I just had to whack an ending on it. Like Nat and I were watching Gerald's Game, which like if people don't know, like really tense psychological thriller where a woman who has like an abusive husband goes away for like a weekend to this lodge to like save, kind of hopefully recover their marriage a little bit, and they're gonna do some like kinky stuff. So he handcuffs her to the bed, like the headboard, and then he has a heart attack and fucking dies. So like she is just like trapped, trying not to starve to death in this lodge with the dead body of her husband, and like it's it's her just kind of trying not to lose her mind, and like it's really tense. And she like hallucinates this huge guy who's played by like the giant from Twin Peaks, and it's like amazingly like it's such a well written kind of thriller in that way. And we didn't know it was based on a Stephen King book, but then what happens at the end? I hope people don't mind just tune out for a second if you don't want the spoilers. But like what happens at the end? Like after she's free, she finds out that there was like a guy the cops were looking for who does have like gigantism, and that the guy she hallucinated was just real, and like it just when that part started happening, and then she basically goes to see the guy in court to sort of be like, you don't have power over me or whatever, and to prove to herself that he was real and he was actually there and she didn't hallucinate him. Like, when that shit started happening in the movie, Nat and I were just like, was this a Stephen King book? And when we looked at it was.
Whoa.
The exact kind of, like, 80% cocaine weekend of, like, really consistent, tense writing. And then, like, you wake up on Monday morning and the editor is like, so how does it end? And you're like, oh, I guess, like, the giant is a real guy and he's a serial killer or something. And she goes and sees him. And it's like, why, man? Why? It's funny because like once you start noticing that, it's like that's how Misery ends. That's kind of how it ends. Everything is literally the same.
His endings always kind of fizzle out.
Yeah. And that's because he doesn't believe in themes, or he doesn't believe that you intend to write themes.
I think that definitely does like kind of explain part of it though, right? Like it's like,
I think he's really good at like vibes and writing kind of people just sort of like doing stuff. If that makes sense.
So.
But then he has difficulty bringing because he doesn't do themes so much, he has difficulty kind of bringing things to a satisfying conclusion.
Honestly, like if Stephen King would essentially write a Kurt Vonnegut book, like so many Kurt Vonnegut books are just like some people in a Midwest town just living their lives, and maybe things go wacky at one point, but like mostly it's just that. Like, Stephen King should do that. Like, it's just like... And then Pete went to have his oil checked. That's it.
It's honestly why I think his, like, short stories are his strongest writing, because he doesn't have the chance to get lost in the race.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, true. You both made it to the hardest room. I'm really, like,
I
maintain the ice is the hardest room.
You know what would encourage Kira Chat is if you were to donate to make DJ close his eyes.
That would encourage me. That doesn't seem like it would make sense, but these things work mysteriously.
It's only $5 to make him close his eyes.
Bellamy, did
is
you
it
watch
really?
DJ Mule's trailer?
Oh no.
I did, and it was fucking hilarious because DJ's hilarious.
It was adorable.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
DJ has the energy that I cannot muster.
You have to have extremely severe ADHD.
Hello.
It's the part where he looks at the screen and says, "I've been really sick for a long time," and I just wanted to give him a hug.
He's been really sick for a while.
Sick recently, my poor baby.
He has, for a long time.
Yeah, for like 2 weeks of COVID, and COVID fucking sucks. Like,
oh no,
It makes you just want to like make him food and show off.
Yes, exactly.
Like, here, dear, I know you've been dealing with it. Just take this. I have nothing else to give except food here.
It does make it hard to commit to like telling him he has to shave his beard off or anything. It's just like, oh, but where's the reward where we give Mule a cuddle?
Kind of shaving the beard might finish him off.
Oh God.
Like,
now we have to say that.
Game of Thrones.
There's more
now
incentive to say that.
I feel guilty for committing my money to shave. I'll be the cause of DJ's early demise.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I like that you're calling him DJ like a first name right now, by the way, Bellamy. Like, because he jokes all the time about being called Donald Mule.
Yeah, Donald Mule.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, that was a joke?
It's actually because he is an actual DJ.
Okay.
Wait, is he really DJ?
Sometimes he does DJ sets on his stream.
I swore DJ was like short for a name,
Like Duncan
Yeah,
John.
Donald.
like Donald Donald.
Like Jewel Mule.
Dunking Jonuts.
Dunking Jones.
I'm naming that one after you, Kira.
Well, now I'm just gonna brainstorm funny things to call him.
Someone in
Putting a
Twitch
reward
chat
on this
said
block.
that Bella, actually, fuck, how?
Stop it!
Stop what?
Stop putting pickle ricks everywhere.
I have been trying
you-
so
You know what?
hard
I
not
fell
to
and I'm
lose my
blaming you,
mind
Sophie.
watching
Aw.
this.
Oh, some pickles for your troubles.
This is a stream for trans people. I have to include pickles.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
I've been meaning to make pickles for the past like a week.
Oh
I
no!
need
You
to-
make
I need
pickles?
to use my opportunity on a platform, as I frequently do, to tell American trans femmes that if you're on spironolactone, you might have been not necessarily prescribed it when it's the best thing, and B, overprescribed it, because American doctors love to hammer that spironolactone on people,
They do.
and it can cause
they?
brain fog and depression, and it can even shrink breasts, which is not what you're going for.
Hey, I have all three of those things, by the way.
Oh.
And I'm on spironolactone.
Ah!
Small
Spiro,
boobs, definitely brain fog, and super depressed.
Might be time to
Oh,
invest
man.
in a change.
Yeah, Spiro can be good for some people, but it made me like I was having pretty severe like dizzy spells. I'd be sitting in my
I'm
chair.
so dizzy.
And I'd suddenly
Kara.
I'd get this massive swing in my head, and I'd have to like lay back. So
When I stand up,
we had to stop it. It was too much. I couldn't deal with it.
Kara, you might seriously need to change from spironolactone.
Might
Yeah. I
not
was
be a
saying,
bad
like, this is-
idea.
what would I change to?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
bicalutamide
Spyro-
or finasteride.
Yeah,
I'm on finasteride, but like it's
Okay, I'll look into
depends
these things.
on
Spyro is annoyingly like the cheapest of most.
not
of the
Cypro, because that will give you the cancer.
Mm.
Oh wow.
Cyproterone. They don't just prescribe
Okay.
that in America.
That's good.
Oh yes, I finally got the pickle Rick.
Yes.
Yeah, the first one that Sophie said, I forget the actual name, but it doesn't
Finasteride.
stop your body from making testosterone. It just blocks you from being able to uptake it.
I like
a lot of
finasteride because
those.
when I was
a lot
able
of them-
to, when I was DIYing and I wanted to like get more, when I wanted to get estrogen, but like that was the thing I couldn't get through like before I started like buying online. I was excited about finasteride in a higher dose specifically because like when you block testosterone from being received by the receptors, your body when testosterone is just free in your bloodstream, your body turns it into estrogen to like not let it go to waste.
That's fucking
Oh.
dope.
And so, like,
Yeah.
if you can block the testosterone from being received, you can kind of give yourself extra estrogen as well. Like, I started growing breasts
That is
before
cool
I
as
even got on
shit.
estrogen
Th-
because I
there's-
was on high finasteride dose.
There's also
Okay, I need that.
essentially a couple of ways to like inhibit things. So I studied as a biochemist. I can explain things if people want.
I'm not against hearing the conversation.
Yeah.
So
More information is always good.
so Decapeptyl, which is what I'm on, is interesting because it operates in a similar way to. So you know when someone has, what's a good example? Type 2 diabetes. Their cells become resistant to insulin because they just.
Joe, was it a Deca shot I gave you the other day?
Yes, it was.
Oh, nice.
So with type 2 diabetes, your cells become they don't respond to insulin as much because there's so much of it because you've been snacking all the time. Essentially, it's or like you have too much sugar in your bloodstream. Decapeptyl does a similar thing in that it increases your androgen levels to such a high degree that the things that then detect them start to like disregard it.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Oh.
It's a really interesting mechanism, and it's
Good job, Tim.
in theory has some advantages. Yeah. I think
pickles
I've
down there.
probably explained that as simply as I can.
Sophie,
Oh no, what is she doing?
Silk throws stuff at me when I'm trying to make these jumps.
It's encouraging.
You don't like pickles?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying I hate pickles, and that's why It's specifically the only reason why.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
a-
Well, that would make sense then.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
So.
also an issue of like American doctors with HRT tend to overprescribe in general, so I don't want to just be shouting out advice to my trans femme US pals. I also need to let my trans masc US pals know that rather than ramping up from a small dose, getting higher gradually, mimicking puberty, American doctors often just like hammer the testosterone really suddenly. And bear in mind what I just said about free testosterone in the blood turning into estrogen. It's not quite what trans masks want, and it's basically like a thing.
Oh, right.
It's basically like a recognized thing for American trans masks that they'll talk about how like they were given just a really high dose of testosterone, and then they just started feminizing for the first little while before they actually got to like. It took a while for them. It takes a while for your system to adjust to the new high level.
Yeah.
And that's why you went to want to ramp it up slowly.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's like has anyone read that the Gretchen Felker Martin book Manhunt?
Oh, I've been meaning to. I think I pre-ordered it actually. Why isn't?
I have too many books to read.
That's like the part of the premise, right? It's like this thing where it's like this post-apocalyptic kind of thing where I think it's like I can't remember what the thing is, but it's like all the men die or whatever, and so it's about a group of trans women that are like it's like they turn into like these weird like feral zombie kind of things or something, like monster things.
Yes, right.
So the trans femmes are kind of surviving by hunting them down and like taking it's like like the estrogen that's processed from the testosterone or whatever like that. And like that's kind of like how they get by. Apparently, it's like extremely based and very good, but apparently it's like really like gnarly though. Like
I think there was a controversy because like doesn't J.K. Rowling get killed in it or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like directly or like I wouldn't be surprised if it was, or if it's like a surrogate that is like very obviously. But there was like all the TERFs were like losing their shit about it. Like
we have a guest waiting in the wings.
Sick.
We do.
Yeah, I'll bring her in. It's Sarah Zedig.
Oh, awesome.
Love Sarah. I also wanted to say, Tim and Kira, I'm always talking about like, queer community, just mutual aid, and just like helping each other out with, DIYing and shots and stuff, Yeah.
Are you going to DIY us like some platforms that we can just walk across? Get rid of all this bullshit.
I actually can't edit the environment here. I literally couldn't help you if I wanted to. Jen has made it so I can't place blocks in here. But I was just gonna say, like, I did Joe's Deca shot the other day, which, to be clear, is prescribed. Cool. I'm not talking about. I'm not discussing a crime here. Like it's just a commonplace thing. Like when we're talking about mutual aid, it's worth reinforcing for Red Planet Chat that like the marginalized communities are always just doing mutual aid because it's just the normal thing to do. It's just normal to help human beings out, and it's not a weird concept to like do that.
I hate
Sarah.
Hi.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Sarah, one of my favorite ones, but you're so quiet. Why is that? Is it on my end? It probably is.
It might be. It might
Sarah,
be on
say
my
some stuff
end.
now.
Hi, I'm a goat. I make
volume.
noises. Good. I love to be perfectly volumed.
Oh shit!
I haven't been used to that in a while.
Luminous.
Oh, there we go.
I've been described as voluminous in multiple ways, and many times in my life.
I love.
How's it going?
I'm not googling that.
Good.
I did Google it.
Oh my gosh. Whoever made the beginning of this fire is extremely messed up.
So
this is just a cruel.
Okay. In my defense, this was to troll Joe.
Yes, yeah. It was.
And it didn't
designed
even
to
work,
be
did it? I
hateful and
fucking
evil.
aced it.
I need to say, I need to explain for Sarah. Sarah, we are at the moment. Tim and Kira are playing through the Cube, which is a torture device of 6 different rooms that Jen designed to torture Joe with.
Yeah.
When they get to the
boy.
end,
The sweet reward at the end.
yeah. Well, at the end, there's just a sign that says like "I'm gay, lol," and but I promised them a real, actual prize, which is I'm gonna teleport them over to.
I mean, that's a pretty sweet prize.
I'm gonna teleport them over to see my pandas when they're done. So that's what's going on the stream at the moment.
I see.
Yeah,
I didn't get a
This
prize.
seems like a
It's exactly like the movie Cube. Exactly.
yeah
With Pickle Rick.
Yeah,
Like the movie Cube.
That's basically what a Cube reboot would be at this point, right?
Yeah. A
A
bunch of internet communists and Pickle Rick.
Oh, see, I was thinking in terms of like the Chip and Dale movie or the new Space Jam, how they just sort of cram a bunch of IPs in there.
Oh yeah.
It's
Or like
it's
the gritty
Cube,
Buzz
but now it's
Lightyear
branded. Every wall of the Cube is an advertisement for Doritos Baja Blast featuring Pickle Rick.
I love the idea of like
Now with Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Sponsors,
Yeah.
Like sponsors paying the American government to build the Cube to advertise products that the people in the Cube will never buy because they will die within the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. Speaking of product placement and advertising in movies, I just watched Josie and the Pussycats the other night. Has anyone watched that recently?
No.
Yes.
No.
It's like it's wild,
so
right?
good.
Like it's a
really
good,
old.
It's, a good
It's an
but
older movie,
flawed
right?
Yeah, it's from like the early 2000s.
Yeah, why
And
did
it's
I
like
say
a
It's in the
reboot
genre
of like the whole like
Spice World and Josie and
Yeah.
the Pussycats and like fucking Scooby Doo, like that fucking.
yeah, because it's an old Archie comic series, but they've just kind of like rebooted it. Oh shit! But no, but it's like this whole thing about like they get this major label record contract, and they find out that like this evil record label is putting subliminal messages into the pop music, and kind of like controlling the market. Like one week it'll be like everyone's buying orange clothes because they told them to buy orange or like whatever, and it's pretty funny with that stuff. But the movie is like full of product placement, which the directors did it unpaid. They were like, we're just going to fill it with like ads and things like that to kind of like make a commentary on, like there's a line in the movie where there's like an American government dude who's like, oh, we're giving up on the subliminal music, the messages in music because movies are much more effective, and like everything in the movie is like plastered with branding, and it's actually in that way it's like really interesting. There's some other there's some like kind of shit up in there and whatever, but yeah, it's really funny because it's like a couple minutes in I was just like, man, the product placement is really intense, and then it just gets worse and worse as you go, but
That's awesome.
yeah, it's like actually kind of like this, I guess, like a deliberate political statement by the directors who when the movie bombed they never made another movie.
That's
So
like
it's
I took
pretty
the
wild.
Foxy sponsorship on Conspiracy on the Left specifically so I could do the bit where I'm like, they're always trying to point to the money and say that you're funded by something. Anyway, here's my sponsorship.
yeah. That's
Like,
what
wind them
Josie and the
up loads.
Pussycats is like.
So, Sophie said something earlier about mutual aid that I want to go back to, if that's okay with everyone.
Can
Awesome.
I just do a quick housekeeping thing first?
Of course.
Sarah, have you played Inscription?
I haven't played it personally, but when I was homeless last year, I was staying at a friend's house and they played it, and I watched it, and it looked pretty cool.
Would you
It's
be
very
down
good.
for watching another friend play it, i.e., me? Once these two jokers are done with the cube, and I showed them the
Yeah.
pandas, I'm gonna dip out of Minecraft and play some Inscription until I crash out, and I'm hoping you can join me. That would be cool. Okay, cool, nice.
Yeah.
Bellamy, I'm sorry for cutting you off. Please tell me what you're gonna say.
No, that's okay, dear. I know how it is to need to get something out, lest you forget. So I certainly don't mind. Well, there's two things. One of them is so they're calling it a gathering, for Dual Power. It's called Dual Power 2022.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing it in Indiana.
Okay.
If you just go to dualpower2022.org, you can. I don't know how I feel about registering for it, but registering.
Oh yeah, you
helps
put your name
them-
on a list, right?
Yeah, registering helps them get an idea of how many people are coming.
Yeah.
And if you, I know there are more than a few people on stream that are fans, but at least listen to Robert Evans. And if you go to what's the fucking podcast? It Could Happen Here. The most recent episode is with people that organized this.
Oh, that's
So if you
pretty
want to
sick.
learn about what's going on there, it's something that I may or may not unconfirmed, confirmed, maybe, who knows?
Oh, that sounds good.
Go to.
We are hopefully having Garrison and Chris from It Could Happen Here on the stream over the weekend.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh, cool.
I like Garrison and Chris a lot. Chris actually directed me over to the book that I'm reading right now.
Nice.
About Hata Shuzo, who is a Japanese anarchist, and it's about a specific form of anarchy that manifests in Japan. But
yeah, they're also directing me on where I can learn more about the Chinese Revolution because I woefully undereducated.
Just want to say Tim is about to complete the cube.
Yeah, I'm watching Tim completing the course right now. This is very, very exciting.
And
there's like there's a bed down there. What's up with that?
It's a troll bed, don't worry.
So the other thing that I wanted to touch on, and it was interesting that you guys had, that you all had Anansi on earlier, because Anansi and I had a conversation about this a night or two ago. And
sorry, 1 second.
So a lot.
Tim is just
you're fine, dear.
Stuff right this second.
Oh, hold on, wait. Let me see. Let me click and see what Tim's doing.
Wait, what?
Did you die?
I set something specifically to stop you from dying.
What?
Oh, what? I'm just like back up. I'm doing the cube. I'm focusing on that right now.
No, Jen, it's playing too many times on my stream. Help! I got pwned.
What did you like? Try and pickle Rick me, and now you're getting the pickler is being pickled.
No. It's, you'll see.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
Oh, here we go. Now it's happening. No, wait, what? You died again? What is happening?
It's got to be lag. It's got to be lag.
Oh my god.
What's going
It'll
on?
be latency.
Tim, I'm just gonna have to drop you in something because I'm like, you are meant to be experiencing an experience right now.
All right, I think I see what's going on here.
It's just that you're really supposed to be going through an experience, and you're not getting it.
I got jebaited. Right. Alright, cool. Nice. I did get jebaited.
The design of this is very good.
And then there's a whole maze now, which leads back to the first room. That's the cube.
All right. Nice.
You're saying nice, but you sound annoyed.
Fine. I love a good maze.
Cool.
I'm concerned. I'm
quit the
concerned we'll kill Kira if this happens.
Is Kira still here?
I think she may have rage quit already.
Oh, no, I think she stepped away from stream to do something.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Bellamy. So please carry on.
No, it's fine.
We've been through the troll moment now.
Laughter is important, so I'm never going to interrupt a funny moment. But,
I here in America, laughter is the only medicine we have access to.
True. For years, I had a dead tooth in my head, and the only thing that kept me going was laughter.
Hey, same.
That's actually.
The doctor just says like, "Have you tried laughing?"
So.
Yeah.
So sorry. Anyway, my bad jokes aside, we were Anansi and I were having a conversation about so a lot of like rightful importance is placed on people like the front lines, so to speak. And one of the things that she and I, they and I were talking about that kind of gets lost is like the reproductive work that happens before all of that. So like, someone's out there confronting the cops and gets injured. There's a whole community there to support this person. Then when they come back, people doing things like jail support, providing medical aid if you can't go to a hospital or a place to sleep or a place to rest even. There's an argument to be made that the Underground Railroad itself is literally just mutual aid.
Yeah, I'm writing at the moment about the character of revolutions. That's why I'm studying about the Chinese revolutions, because I'm doing like a kind of cross-historical analysis. I'm writing it with a few other people who are doing similar projects. We're kind of in a reading group at the moment. And my basic thesis is that the thing that creates the character that you basically want of a revolution, i.e. less violent, more based, more socialist, less danger to the most vulnerable people, is just the more reproductive labor as part of your revolution. Like just the more that people do the dishes and cook for one another and as a part of the revolution, the better a revolution it will be.
It's literally just so I'm going to make a very unfortunate comparison, but it won't be something that's like disgusting. Well, I mean, depending on what you consider disgusting.
Yeah.
But I'm very open about having previously been in the American military, thanks to fucking decades of indoctrination. Don't join the military, chat. That would be something that I would advise from experience that you just not do. But like it's like the percentage is like 1% of the people in the American military ever even really see combat. The other 99% of the military is focused entirely on supporting that 1% of people.
Of course.
It's this entire superstructure, and if you think about the destruction that the military is capable of doing, it's like that's the analogy that I like to draw. It's not so much about the glory. It's not about being the person in the front. It's about like supporting one another, literally helping one another, doing things like if you're someone who is fortunate enough to have access to abortion pills, maybe you start buying some to keep some on hand so you can share them when it's time for someone else to need them and you never will. If you're cis, maybe you can get your hands on some HRT that you might not be using, and it would be illegal for you to share that, and we're not advocating sharing that, chat, because that is illegal. We don't do illegal
things.
things.
On Red Planet believe that the law is the arbiter of morality, and breaking the law is wrong.
That's true. That's true.
100%
I've never broken the law, and that
Bellamy,
that
this
is
is awesome. This is exactly
true.
what we had Arda Cable from Queer Care on our show just a few weeks ago, and she was. We always kind of assign. We call it homework, kind of tongue-in-cheek, to our chat, and hers was just like, when you're going to your next union meeting or your mutual aid or affinity group or whatever, you be the one who does the dishes, because it's not the heroic, or that what you're typically sold as the heroic parts of direct action that really,
Shit,
really
I'm outside.
Going, oh shit, hell yeah, you got free.
I beat the maze.
You got free of the cube.
Oh, there's a fucking one of those exploding guys.
Better get back inside this building quick, Tim, to be safe. Get back inside quick. You're not safe out here, Tim.
There's a spider too. I want to see what the world has to offer. There's some flaming skeleton.
If you go in the direction of the red trees, you'll see more of Innsmouth.
Innsmouth?
Yeah, we've been making.
Oh yeah, there's like a cool bridge. There's like a building over there. There's a skeleton.
I feel like I have
a greenhouse for cactuses.
How are people dying?
Kara, what were you gonna say?
I don't know. I want to express that while this experience has been really fun,
but
I feel like I need an exit because I feel like
teleport you both to the
I'm
pandas.
going.
I think
let's just have a quick look first. I just want to have a look back at the cube from the outside. Look at this, everyone. If you're looking at my stream,
Kira, I'm going to bring you to the pandas now.
Thank you.
That's okay. That's okay, babe. That's
okay. There's like a spotted horse.
I just gave you the ability to fly, Tim.
I'm flying. I'm on the horse.
Oh, they're so cute.
And if you actually, let me just chop down a little bit of bamboo.
I don't know how to steer the horse.
Karen,
it like
you
bucked
want
me.
to feed them? Then
I want to feed
just
them.
take this bamboo and right-click on the panda with it.
Okay, I don't think this horse is gonna let me ride it for too long.
Yeah, no, you have to. You have to have a saddle to make that really work. But...
Oh, he just keeps bucking off. Anyway, I think I'm ready for the pandas now. Now that I've had a taste of the outside world.
I think it's why they attack me. Like when they make a baby, they just get mad. I think.
I think
you're near the baby.
Yeah.
So this is going to become like quickly a very like a.
Sorry, I didn't mean to drop you in the hole. Hang on. Fuck.
I'm in the hole.
Yeah, no, that was the wrong place to put you. Okay, here we go. All right, now you're with the pandas.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is a nicer place.
Yeah, for sure.
The hole was the wrong place to put. Hey guys, there's a lot of pandas in here.
If you're able to fly, you'll also be able to see. I made my channel logo. It took fucking ages because I was just doing it like brick by brick. And also, Jen made a huge Amogus.
Amogus.
So there's
Oh,
that.
we love an Amogus.
Holy shit, that's what. Sophie, can you back out again? That's fucking huge. Holy shit.
Oh, my channel logo? Yeah, sure. I took a while on it.
Oh, there we
How
go.
long did this take?
Like 2 days.
That's fucking huge. Holy hell.
Yeah, but I've been playing Minecraft while I've been listening to audiobooks, so it's like a good thing to be doing while researching for projects.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I like to listen to audiobooks and do other things I need to be doing.
You know what I like about this
That's really
panda
cool.
area?
Yeah.
Is that it looks like it's a natural habitat, but it's actually a prison. Because you put the bamboos around to trap them in here, and they can't actually escape.
Yes, but
No
that is
tube
right.
nor prison can hold me.
I have put them in an unnatural environment where they will suffer if they get loose. So I am trying to be able to enjoy the presence of the pandas without harming the pandas.
Interesting. You know what Dan Olsen might call that?
Yeah, I do actually.
I got a good feeling, yeah. I'm like entranced by this pink cactus structure with the water down the bottom. I don't know, it's like this pink and there's cactuses and glass and
It's my cactus farm.
yeah, that's exactly what it looked like.
Tim, if you keep going that way, you'll see my little hidey hole I made. It's like a
little hidey hole. Is that this little stone hidey hole?
Kira, can you fly?
Might be. I can't see.
I don't think so. I don't know how to fly,
No,
even if I could.
Fly, but it's
Colored animals.
I can.
Okay, right. Come
Oh,
with
wait.
me. I'll go show you something cool. Okay.
Okay.
The
You see me?
sheer scale of human
Did you
creativity
find
here.
I mean,
Listen,
I freed myself. and
Did you
if the pandas
did you
wanted to
enslave the
free
pandas?
themselves,
Is the
then,
real question.
Hey, maybe.
Okay, right.
I was merely liberating them from a state they should
Yeah,
never
yeah.
have been in
I mean,
the first
you're
place.
completely
Exactly.
right about that. Anyway, shall we?
Vegan moment.
So you need to go right down here. So just like hold shift the whole way down.
Oh, I think I'm right back to the start where I came in on the server. Yeah,
We're pretty close to that area. Yeah.
cool.
And
Welcome to
if
Gintopia.
you
Isn't
fly
this really
out of
cool?
here, because there are going to be some
Ooh,
hostile
they're
mobs. So you want to be
pretty.
able to avoid them. But yeah, basically, like this is just a. It turned out that where we naturally spawned, there was just an enormous cave under us. So
Oh, I
it's
love
just kind of
that.
fun to fly around in and quite scenic to look at.
I like this
Oh, there's
new
like a
like
squid.
cave
This is
shit
really
they're
cool.
doing. Like I think it's cool because you can discover these like huge in like caverns,
Yeah.
whereas
Yeah.
before, like it was
They were
you could
pretty
still
simple
discover
when I used to
things.
play, right?
Yeah, before it was just like open areas that was like blocky, and but it's not this big.
Yes.
Yeah.
The only place you can find this big was in the Nether.
If you wanted to,
Yeah.
for real, make the Khazad Doom and the Mines of Moria,
Yeah.
you could probably do that now.
What does
Oh,
that
I'm
mean?
like-
You know, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I'm not a nerd. Sorry.
Oh,
You're being so hostile to me today. I don't. Like
I am?
it. Yeah.
Oh,
I guess I'm
sorry.
gonna
I thought
stop
that you would
it now
understand
that
that it's like me joking around with you.
yeah.
I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry, Sophie.
I'm also joking around. It's okay. I'll live.
Okay, well, you know
I
what?
think I'm gonna have to kill and eat this pig with my hands.
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
I'll give you some
What is
um,
happening?
bread.
I mean, I'm in survival mode right now, right?
I was just about to say something about human creativity,
go.
and you're talking about
Oh,
strangling
actually-
a pig.
Well, he dropped some bread, so I think I'm okay.
He
I
dropped
mean, as well
bread.
as all of his meat that he
my
dropped.
God.
Inside.
What the hell?
But, he
There's
dropped
a-
64 bread. So
Yeah,
you
don't
know.
worry, that was a vegan
Yeah.
pig actually, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, if you're currently
Why
back
did, so he also dropped meat though, so that just so that-
Oh my
currently back to
goodness.
survival mode. 'cause
This
I'm
is
still in
semi-vegan
adventure
pig.
mode.
Anyway,
It's going
yeah,
to
so I should
cave.
beat the pandas now and stuff. So I think I'm gonna hop off of this one and show Sarah my cool inscription gaming.
All right, cool.
Sure.
Well, I
Wow.
am probably going to warm up with maybe some Doors of Insanity, and then I don't know. Like, how long do you think you're going to be on for playing Inscription?
I am gonna go until I crash. I would really love to see 10k on all these things. Chat, if you can make that happen, please, and I can sleep sooner.
Keep chat.
But
Yeah.
I'll probably give up by about 3:30 at the latest if I have to.
And so, how long is that?
Oh, sorry,
I
that
don't-
is about 3 hours from now.
Oh, okay, that's a while. So, because I'm probably I'm gonna do some Doors of Insanity, and then I think I'm gonna get into Such Art, Genius Art Simulator.
Oh, fuck yes.
So yeah, so hopefully when I'm doing that, maybe that's when you'll finish up and you can write into me and people can see some genius art
Pretty much
being simulated.
Hell yeah, they definitely will. And if they want to see what you're doing right now, I have nothing against them going over and watching your thing whatsoever, because we're all part of the same big event and we're raising money for trans kids in the US.
Absolutely.
And so that's all cool.
And yeah, so all of the donation goal things are on all of our channels. So yeah, feel free to jump around in between even if you
in
want.
Fact, if you want to
we're all doing different
watch
things.
like all of us and just tab quickly, go to twitch.tv/team/redplanet and you'll see all 4 of us. Actually, I don't know if we're still live, but you'll see all of us.
Okay. That sounds magical.
Chat. If you were to donate some money right now, I could explain the basis of my PhD and why revolutionary hope is really important.
Whoa.
We all love revolutionary hope here. Can I, unfortunately, however, get people get everyone except me and Sarah and some of my mods to clear out into other channels?
Happy to go.
And I'm gonna play some Inscription.
Yeah.
You all have fun.
I'm going to jump over to Tim Voice Chat, or Tim Live. So I'm probably going to take a quick break just for a minute or two before we go live. But if anyone wants to jump over, let me know. If anyone that's like on voice or whatever, if you want to jump into my channel, that's cool. Or Kira's as well. But yeah, I'm just going to take a couple minutes and then and then we'll be doing that.
Nice.
So all right, cool. I'm gonna do that.
I'm mine too, so anyone can jump in there if they like to.
Nice.
Yeah, what are you gonna be doing, Kira?
I can't see what's happening in here. I'm talking to myself. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry about it. Bellamy, just message me if you have any questions. I'll help you. I'm gonna be playing. I think I'm gonna play my single player Minecraft because I've been doing this vegan run that we haven't had a chance to get a dent in. So
fun.
Yeah,
that's cool. Well, cool. I'm gonna jump off for a second, but I've got my stream's up running. I've got the game up there now, so jump over if you want to. Otherwise, I'll see you a little bit later on.
Cool.
So, all right. Well, Kira and Soph, I guess I'll rendezvous with you a little bit later on.
Tomorrow.
And everyone else, thanks for jumping in and chatting with us. And obviously we'll keep seeing you and talking to you as we go. But I'll be back in just a minute.
All right.
Cool.
Bellamy, you should come on my stream some point later on over the weekend. I would love to hear more about your thesis. For now, I'm gonna go play some Inscription with Sarah. But catch up with my mods and they can schedule you in.
Of course.
Okay.
Thank you, Tara.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Who do we still have here? Is everyone moving across now? Yeah.
I'm gonna call it a night myself.
Sarah now. Sarah, let's play some fucking Inscription. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it a night myself.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
because you have to get up and come over here tomorrow.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Cool.
I need to shower and stuff in the morning. Ugh. Yes. So I will see you all tomorrow.
Okay then.
Well done, everybody.
I think a big pat on the back is deserved for everybody. I think we've done a great job.
Yes.
Good night, Jen. Thanks for hanging.
Bye.
All right, Sarah, I am streaming my Inscription to you before it even goes to the chat. Wow, so privileged, much honored. You are seeing, well, at the moment you're just seeing my screen, but you will be seeing it, whatever. So you basically know how it works, right?
Yeah. It's I've seen it through the first sort of major end game cycle. So I get this. I know the sort of gimmick and the nested nature of it.
So I'm playing Casey's mod, which is just Act 1 infinitely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
and it has
that's
some
cool.
new cards and stuff in it too. So I mean, I'm basically asking if you know about how it all works already, because if you want to ask me a bunch questions now and then, that's chill. But I was thinking we could kind of just hang and vibe and chat because I feel like we have good chats. So
Yeah,
cool.
That's okay. It's a deck building game that has it's I watched it for some hours with some people who are they have a genuine library of board games, so they were able to explain things in atomic detail.
Phenomenal. I love that for you. Okay, I gotta take. The problem with Casey's mod is I have to take on challenges. Like basically like once you complete a run, it goes up a level, and then from then on you have to like take on higher level challenges for it to count. And the higher level challenges are absolute fucking bullshit. So I really don't want to take this latest one, which is like you only get one life, and if you die once, you're done. That's fucked. I am happy to like make it just generically more difficult. That's kind of, whatever. All totem battles, boss totem battles, that's fine. And I guess no clover, and that takes us to 70. All right, nice one. What are you working on at the moment, babe?
Oh, I am working on a whole bunch of stuff, as always. The big project right now is I'm doing a video about Lost, the television show.
Okay.
It is very inspired by Tim Rogers' stuff on Action Button. I have been spending a number of hours over the last week going through each individual episode in Premiere and dissecting it from flashbacks and the present tense story and understanding how it handles story structure. I watched this show live as it aired, and it completely changed my life. It's like my favorite show, and I rewatched it with my girlfriend after she moved in with me, and we're both like, wow, this show is great, and everybody is wrong about it. So I finally decided to do a video called "Everybody's Wrong About Lost" because everybody's wrong about
everyone
Lost.
That they're wrong about Lost. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. In the meantime, I've got a video about the game Tunic that'll be coming out hopefully before the end of the month.
Actually, lately, I'm still pretty early on in it, but I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's a really smart game.
I think I'm gonna need to get maximum cozy now because it's pretty fucking late. I need to stretch out and like fucking chill.
Yeah.
That's better.
The heck?
I got my friend here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have another friend for you.
Whoa.
It's a Lorcan. Who wanted to pop in before he goes to sleep.
What's that?
There's a Lorcan popping in for a little bit.
Oh, please. I love Lorcan.
He should be in here.
Is he
You're muted, Lorcan.
Here's a mute.
I was muted. I know how.
Classic blunder.
This is literally the second call I've been on today where I've been talking to people and been muted, and the first one was a job interview.
No. Well, I if it makes you feel better, babe, I started the stream today, playing the trailer that I'd made for the stream, and I obviously have myself muted for that because I didn't want to talk over it or have any background noises or whatever. And then I opened up my camera and I started talking. So the first thing I did on camera in this entire stream was talk with my mic muted.
Well, if it makes you feel better about my gaff, they've asked me back for a follow-up interview on Monday in the office. So yeah, I'm really hyped.
Yeah.
The job looks really good. So
That's sick as hell.
yeah, and as you know, I've been wanting to get out of my current place for ages.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome.
But yeah, and congrats on the literal scads of money.
Yes, I think it is a metric scad, actually. So
Yeah, which is bigger than an imperial scad.
it's true, yeah. I think this is 1.3 metric scads, but in imperial scads it would be more like 2.4? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't remember
yeah.
the conversion rate completely.
So it's there are 4 scoops in a scad, and there are 6 scads in a gallop.
Oh, that makes sense, actually. What about a swig? I know that plays into this somehow.
That's a different system. That's a fluid measurement.
Oh, that's a common misconception.
Yeah, it's sort of like, the way Americans have ounces as a measure of weight and of volume.
Uh-huh.
And it's similar there, where you have you have scoops and you have squid, and which are both weight and volume, but swigs are just volume.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Nat's put in chat, what language is this? Am I dreaming?
We're all
This is what
dreaming.
This is what happens in any conversation I join.
Chat, we are raising money for trans kids in the US and UK. We are getting money in for Gendered Intelligence, which is a charity who works in the UK with trans kids through youth groups, outreach, summer campaign, all the good stuff. Shows them that they have a network to rely on. It's really, really cool. The Good Law Project, which is a non-profit lawyer organization. I know we're all very cool, edgy online anarchists and don't think that lawyers are good or whatever, but we're wrong about that because these ones are actually based. And and they are suing the government for being evil Tory scum, which is, you know, what you want from a lawyer, if possible. And then, of course, there's the Campaign for Southern Equality, which is helping out LGBT people to achieve equal rights and protections in the US South. Please donate whatever you comfortably can, because it really helps, and you're helping out US and UK trans kids, and that's pretty based, if you ask me.
Yeah, I hear helping trans kids is based, and not helping trans kids is cringe.
In many parts of the world, yeah.
I would go as far as to say people who are attacking trans kids are the most cringe.
Oh god, it's
of
off
anyone.
the charts. I don't think you can measure that level of cringe in either the imperial or the metric scale.
I would say it's a scad. I would say it's a scad of cringe. So that's awesome about the job interview, though. I'm hyped for you. That's great.
Yeah. But by this time next week, I might be giving in my notice to the stupid managed services company and going to work for a different managed services company.
Okay.
But yeah, actually, I'm gonna have to send you photos and send you some. Arc, we have done Pride badges, Pride pro-choice badges to give out this year when we're marching.
Shit. Nice.
And like our logo is just like, you know, the words abortion rights campaign with a little sort of like 3-color swish over the top of it.
Aww.
And we have ones in the rainbow colors and we've got ones in the trans colors.
Hell yeah.
And I saw the photos there and I was like, oh yeah, I'm stealing so many of these from the office when I'm in there.
Okay.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I just wanted to do another shout out to the, you know, like, to get people donating, because we things have slowed a little bit. We're still, you know, we're plugging away, but I don't want things to slow down too much, and I do want us to get that money in to help those kids.
Hang on a second. Who's lowest? Good Law Project. No, Gendered Intelligence are lowest. Hang on a sec.
Are Gendered Intelligence lowest? Gendered
I-
Intelligence are in pounds, so they're basically never the lowest.
Oh.
They're actually miles ahead.
All right, okay, hold on. Let me change that then so I can boost somebody else. Good Law then. They're the next lowest. Where's... All right. Let me throw you some money.
Golly. I haven't done this in a while. How's it going? I've been on a stream, talked to people. I don't know. The last year of my life has just been completely absent to Crisis.
Babe, one of those
and
things
stuff.
is a more rare occurrence that I wouldn't expect you to have done. The other one is tragic. You haven't talked to people? Like, what you mean, like the online people?
Mostly online people. I've just sort of fallen out of a lot of groups that I was hanging out in just because I last year was terrible.
Yeah, being poor is
and
a lot of
then
luck. It sucks.
It sure is. But I'm back on my feet and I'm making stuff that I'm proud of. I like card games. I like putting cards on rectangles that have paw prints on them. That's a top 10 activity on me.
There.
Yeah.
Particular appeal to you.
I do have a type. My type is transfem furries. Yeah.
So Casey.
Oh, what? Yeah. Oh, right. My brain just sort of like, oh, is Casey on the call? Wait, no, hold on.
But I know what time it is in Casey's time zone.
Because
She
you're
better
in
be
that time zone.
Exactly. I'm. There's just like a chunk of islands between us.
Well, yeah, Mullet. Yeah, being on the West Coast while having a girlfriend who lives in Ireland, that's a fun bit of time difference
Yeah, I was
to
trying to meet someone who
negotiate.
was in Seattle for a little while, and it was it was bad. It was just like there were like 3 hours when we were both awake at the same time if we're both being normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tough. Long distance is tough, even in the good times.
Yeah.
even when the American Empire isn't crumbling before our eyes.
I mean, does that not make a good time?
Look, it's like there are days when I'm like, boy, I sure wish that I wasn't living through interesting times. But there is a lot of Schadenfreude to be found in just how stupid everything is right now. It is really enjoyable watching politicians just completely fail to do anything that would make. That would win them elections, perhaps.
I saw someone
the sort of thing that
I saw someone saying about British politics, like, isn't it just inevitable that you'll just have like Irish reunification, Scottish independence, maybe even Welsh independence now? And I was just like, well, frankly, yes, that's a correct take. But the one singular thing that could stop this, and anyone and people in the corrupt and poisoned and rotten politics media sphere that we have, which is one sphere because it's incredibly incestuous. None of these people can imagine this, but the one thing that could stop that from happening would be like a far left government, like even like further left than Corbyn, like properly actually leftist. Would like those kinds of concessions to the working class would be the only thing that would change anything now. And
Hold on a second.
They're not going to do
Further
that.
left than Corbyn? Is that even possible?
In my private conversations with fellow comrades, I often describe Jeremy Corbyn as the British Lenin.
Well, he does wear a funny little hat, which is
and drive a Maoist bicycle.
The sign of an evil dictator.
His Stalin adjacent weather balloon.
Yes. No, I mean it's not
Pol
possible
Pot
to be left
eyebrows.
with Corbyn. As we all know, Jarmally Crumbly is the most far left authoritarian. What else is there? Misogynist.
Tanky.
He's taken a picture of a trans person one time. That probably makes him a misogynist.
He's farther left. He's farther left than Obama.
God,
and as we all know, Obama is a Muslim communist, so yeah, that's pretty far left. I was gonna say this earlier about TERFs, like TERFs are a kind of unique, kind of quite funny fascist, because most fascists are just like, okay, they're pretty self-conscious in the they're not in many ways, of course. Don't misread me here, but they're pretty self-conscious in that they know that their main grievance in life is that the state monopoly on violence does not completely agree with them, and that's why they like post crying, shitting, pissing, coming, bleeding from the eyes, ranting vlogs whenever like they've been to a protest and the cops were like, just stay behind this fence, please, like politely, and they're like, how could they do this to me? Whereas with TERFs, because they are fascists who are genuinely deluding themselves that they're like progressive liberals, they believe that like the process is for them, which leads them to do things like take their claims to a court of law and ask people to verify the facts that they are saying in a court of law, which will never not be funny. And that's my take.
God, the updates as they were coming in at the Discord chat earlier were, oh my god. Like
The updates on what, sorry?
on what's her name's case against Stonewall.
Oh, Alison Bailey. Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But this is
boy.
exactly it. Like, Alex Jones will only try to prove that the things that he said are true if absolutely forced to at gunpoint. And even then, like, he just sees the engaging with, like, liberal courts who, like, are trying to, you know, like, sue him for being a shithead. He accurately assesses them as trying to waste his time. I'm not defending Jones here. I'm just saying, like, that is what they're, you know, like, he sees that. Whereas someone like Alison Bailey is like, the court system exists for people like me, middle class PMC liberals.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And it is that, you know, it is, you know, the fear is trans people invading their spaces, but it's not invading women's spaces, it's invading legal protection and recognition in society.
I mean, I don't even think that, like, we were talking about this earlier a little bit. I think the bigots, like, really primarily are bothered by the idea of losing friends. That's it. Like, they don't really care about whether trans people are around them or whatever. There is some level of, like, visceral disgust they feel for trans people that would make it hard for them to be around trans people. But, like, they care more than anything about the idea of cis people being like, don't be transphobic. Like, that's the thing that really shakes them to their core, is like, what if my friend is like, Becky, stop it.
Yeah, the most powerful motivating force for the quote unquote middle class is asking them to change literally anything, no matter what. Just the tiniest of behaviors is all that it takes for them to go completely off the rails. It is.
Yeah, this is why, like, fascism is a movement of the petty bourgeoisie, because it's the people who are already the most comfortable and already expect that they are going to be given everything, who then freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
Just...
Well, I would say what it is it's that, and then it's also the fact that they are accurately able to point out that there are structural inequalities in society,
Yes.
and then they aim at the people who are not being represented by the sort of liberal kind of acceptance thing of like, oh yeah, we can have transgender soldiers, that's fine.
Right.
Like they react to that as if by giving rights to trans people, they're taking away rights from cis people.
I think one place where Ian Danskin... Sorry, you on.
Oh yeah, just it feels to me like what's a big part of the problem is that there is in sort of liberal circles, there is this, like, at least in America, there is this widespread dismissal of people who live in red states.
Yes.
Having lived most of my life in Oklahoma and Texas, I'm very familiar with this.
Right.
And I think that a lot of these guys, like, they're able to take a kernel of truth, a materialist observation about the reality that just being alive in this country is a miserable slog, and then use that energy to direct them against the working class rather than towards each other.
Yeah.
And that's what's really nefarious, because on the other side of that, in the Democrat side here, they're just not signaling to any class besides Wall Street business boys.
Yeah, this is what, like, this is what I mean about people, about gender criticals as a very peculiar subclass of fascists who are deluding themselves that they're progressive liberals, is that, like, trying to talk about... So I was watching the fucking Catherine Deves and Holly Lawford Smith on Glinner thing, and they were talking about how in America they all think that it's the right wing who are transphobic, but it's not true, because if you look at Britain, left wing people hate trans people, and it's like, we're really being quite funnily enough liberal with the term left wing there. But even so, like, it's just like, we're just not used to people who believe that they can prove their facts in a court of law being so deluded about what the facts are. But I was going to say, Ian Danskin, one place that I think he really hit the nail on on the head was like when someone has a complete dominance hierarchy mindset, they cannot imagine anyone else getting more without them losing some, because they believe that society
Yes.
and life and etc. are all a zero-sum game by definition.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the people who go like, oh, it's the left wing who are transphobic and all this sort of stuff, like they're people who have always assumed that they were on the left. But
Yes,
when
exactly.
it comes down to it, they're not. It's like Sargon going, no, I'm left wing, and of course, he's deeply conservative, and that's why they started that's why they like hooked onto the whole classical liberal thing, was so they were able to maintain that identity
Yeah.
while being able to just be reactionary shits instead of
Yeah.
actually engaging
I love
in
the classical
self-criticism.
liberal thing. I love it so much. What a fantastic
Yeah.
what a fantastic bit of there are 5 lights nonsense. Just fully like a guy who would balk and shit his pants and cry if you just said you're a liberal, which in some ways would be fairly accurate. But because of the like American terminology of liberal meaning a progressive left winger, right? A guy like that being like, actually, I'm a classical liberal, and it's like, fucking, what are you trying to pull here, man? Like, who is this for? Who has to like swear allegiance to this bizarre unreality that you've decided is like important to fool people into for some fucking reason?
Yeah, well, I would say the thing is that there isn't really any political education in America.
Oh yeah,
like I was not taught my understanding of communism literally until like my 3rd year of college was that it was an alternative to capitalism that failed. Yeah, and it failed because capitalism is superior, and we are not taught ideology.
But
I have
Sarah,
another
like,
video that I've been.
Capitalism did sell more cigarettes. So.
That's true, and cigarettes they do look cool when you have them on or near your body.
I'm going to break it down for you really quick. I'm going to own you in the marketplace of ideas. I've seen some of your debates before. I know you're a lightweight, so I'll go easy on you. I'll go slow. iPhone, Vuvuzela, 100 million
16
dead.
billion.
Charles Mark, George Orwin, 1967, Animal Crossing. Done. I know you don't even have a rebuttal, so don't bother.
Yeah.
You know, now that I think about it, I guess communism never could have produced the Juicero.
It literally could not have. You're completely right about that. I think I just think about the intense sickness of the idea of like people in the like Westerners in the like Twitch debate brosphere, like I remember when they were attacking Luna Oi, who was talking about like she doesn't like love the Vietnamese government. She's just pointing out places where the Vietnamese government is out and out obviously better than every Western government.
Right.
Like, making sure that like homeless people can afford food and stuff like that. Or like during the pandemic, while like British cops or American cops would like, well, sorry, I mean that's not true about American cops. Like where British cops would see you outside without a mask and be like, "Fuck you! You're getting a fine. I'm gonna kill you right now." To like an old guy who was just like having trouble breathing and took it off for 1 second and sat down on a bench. Like the Vietnamese cops would see you without a mask and be like, "Hey, here's a mask." But I just want to say that about the like political education, like the idea, like I remember the discourse going around, one of the attacks on Luna being like her talking about a curriculum of Marxism-Leninism being taught, and people being taught to approach the text with like critical thinking and understanding how they can like, not only understand dialectical materialism, but also like, really gain something from it and advance the ideas and make progress in these ideas. And people just being like, this is communist brainwashing. And I'm like, sorry, are you claiming to be some kind of leftist right now? And you're talking about communist brainwashing? Like, are you
there is no population more thoroughly propagandized on this earth than Americans.
Yeah, and a great example of that to point to would be American anarchists who are like, when put in a corner to define their beliefs, are like, well, I don't like authoritarianism because because of freedom. Freedom is good, and I love freedom. No, I cannot define it. Don't ask me to. Authoritarianism, that's when the state does things. And the more the state does it, the more authoritarian it is.
Freedom is when you can watch the WWE or some other wrestling company. And both of these have someone that you can cheer for while going USA, USA.
I think it is crucial to understand, Lorcan, that there's your freedom, and then there's Vince McMahon's freedom, and it's your freedom to be able to watch either WWE or a different indie wrestling company, but it's Vince McMahon's freedom to buy out the company and not even license their wrestlers and just neutralize the threat with cold hard cash. And your freedom should not impinge on his freedom.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because free speech includes money. That's very important.
Yeah, I think
people, except when they decide not to donate money to Ron DeSantis when they're called out on it publicly.
It is censorship
I can't...
if you don't donate to Ron DeSantis one time.
Yeah, that's communism.
Yeah, I can't wait to get COVID again, and somebody be like, "Oh, you need to call an ambulance," and be like, "No, I'm going to call an Uber because I can't afford an ambulance," and be like, "All right, take me to this hospital because that's my choice." And then as I'm struggling to breathe in the back seat, going to the hospital of my choice, just thinking to myself, "Thank God Joseph Biden lowered the deficit." I'm so... my president is doing such a good job.
Sarah, you're singing Joseph Robinette Biden's praises right now, but I think you need to consider there was another man called Joseph who had a 2-syllable last name, and that's Joseph Stalin. Now, will you vote to elect the real president, Donald Trump?
This has turned into the Eric Andre show.
Yeah, it kind of has.
I'm trying to figure out which of me and Sarah is Hannibal.
I had the do you think that it was girl power to put illegal paramilitary death squads in Northern Ireland as my desktop background for about 2 years? Because I love that so fucking much.
It's really good. It's a good bit.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And I remember when the Spice Girls actually said that in an interview, and they got so much shit for it. It was hilarious.
Christ.
Yeah, they in the 90s, kind of really early in their career, they did this whole Margaret Thatcher had girl power thing, and everyone's like, what? And just completely blown over. And that obviously Eric Andre had read about this, and that's why he got an LB with it, and it was just so funny.
Jesus Christ.
That's so funny.
The dolls it wasn't just coming out of nowhere. And that was 96, I think.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
This is a complete non sequitur.
Please.
I have become a big fan of Formula One. And I think the funniest thing about watching Formula One is that one of the top teams, Red Bull, the team principal is Christian Horner, and his wife is Ginger Spice. And so Ginger Spice shows up in the background a lot of the time, and in the Netflix reality show about Formula One, Drive to Survive. The first season is good. The rest of the seasons are crap. They frequently have they'll go to Christian Horner's estate out in the country. Oh, and it was so weird. I think it's in season 2 where they have a full-on reverse shot conversation between Christian Horner and Ginger Spice, where it's they're not looking at the camera, they're not talking to somebody who is asking them questions. It's just staged this is a natural conversation that they're having, and it's
rancid
doing
vibes.
reverse shot. It's so weird.
Absolutely rancid vibes.
Yeah. I like Formula One because the best driver in the world, Lewis Hamilton, is like actually a working class guy, and the driving is cool. It's a fun sport, but boy howdy, is there a lot of money laundering and crimes that go into it. They just canceled the Russian Grand Prix, and I find that so funny because they have like the last 3 races of the season every year in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Like I there's a part of me that was just like, all right, to replace the Russian Grand Prix, they've announced a new street circuit in the diamond mines of South Africa. It's just
owned by Elon Musk's dad, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Speaking of hyper-American sporting spectacle that I'm not used to, the other day there was a motherfucking blimp over London.
That segue. Yeah, that was good.
There are 25 blimps in the world, and only 8 of them are like commissioned to run. And I saw one, very rare sighting. I was hyped about it. It was the Goodyear blimp. My first time seeing a blimp IRL.
And that was the Goodyear blimp, one of the most famous blimps in the entire world.
Definitely one of.
I'll be honest. I would have preferred seeing the Duff Beer blimp, but I'll take it.
I've got some bad news for you about the Duff blimp. I don't know how to break this to you, Sophie, but the Duff blimp is just in cartoons.
What a ridiculous thing to say. Next time you're going to tell me Speed Racer is just in cartoons.
No. Speed Racer is real. Like there was a whole movie. The Wachowskis made it.
That's a relief because I thought that Speed Racer is going to bring about the revolution.
Yeah, that was a documentary shot in real time.
So.
I think I'm actually delirious at this point.
I don't think there's a difference between cartoons and reality.
Oh. I think that's good. I think that's a healthy approach to take on life.
Yeah.
I think
which is why
Sarah's the Hannibal of this conversation.
I'm not a landlord, though.
Is there any kind of... oh my god, I forgot about that. Fuck that. Jesus Christ. Hey, we all already dislike Dave Chappelle here, but did everyone see the fucking video of him talking to his city council and saying if they go ahead with an affordable housing program, he will withdraw all the money that he's donated to them, and he'll just make the whole neighborhood shittier on purpose if they make poor people maybe able to live there, perhaps.
It's so cool.
Remember when Dave Chappelle would make jokes about cops planting crack and stuff, and
right?
Wow, he really speaks for ordinary people, and he's such a relatable everyman. Guess again.
He did an impression of Rick James. Who's to say whether he's a good person or not? I mean, far be it from me, as just your average Irish guy, to make judgment here.
Yeah, I will say to that point, obviously, I think everybody understands. Oh, public housing is good, and this is evil. But I feel especially incensed by that. Having I am now living in subsidized housing, and the process of getting in took me about 4 months. And it ran up. My old lease ran out at that point, and we were just sort of left well, we can't afford anywhere else in Seattle. They're asking everywhere we went. They were yeah, the rent is $1,800 a month, and you have to make 2.5 times that in order to qualify. And going through that entire process and just barely managing to scrape by and getting this place is probably the single most radicalizing experience of my entire life. I have nothing but contempt for anybody who even sort of passingly is well, maybe we should maybe we can be like, what tiny homes is what we need. We need tiny homes for the homeless. Yeah, let's build internment camps next to highways.
Nat's been wanting for like a really long time to make a documentary about microarchitecture because one side of her family are Romani travelers, have Romani traveler heritage, and like, I mean, she says she doesn't sort of connect this to, like, she wasn't brought up with that being her culture, but she still also like lived in a caravan for a long time while her dad was like physically building their house because he's a builder, and like he very much did grow up in that culture, and then like, so she's very keyed into like the racism that Romani people experience, and then like all these fucking people who definitely are like the kind of people who'd be like, oh, I wish I could not pay council tax and just live wherever I want, going around like proposing and also like cheering on and giving awards to architects who like, look, they built a little tiny house. It even has wheels. You can move it around if you want. Yeah. What an innovative solution to the housing crisis. It's like, fuck you.
In any situation, just trying to live, just get that carrot, they get that home fucking bulldozer.
Yes, exactly.
Because they don't want those people there.
I think you should make the documentary. I think it would be awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I think we should do?
And Joe makes an excellent point in chat there.
What was that?
I said I did exclamation mark Nat because we heard Nat.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I think we should do? I think we should talk about what we're raising money for. Okay, well, I'm doing Nat asked me to bring this up, so fuck me, I guess.
Lorcan, do you know what we're raising money for?
I believe we're raising money for trans children who need massive amounts of protection because the world is full of dickheads.
Sarah, do you know the names of the funds that we're raising money for?
Do I? Of course,
I'm happy to do the spiel if you want me to do the spiel.
When you joined the Discord for the planning, it said there will be a quiz, so
Oh no! Oh no! See, I've always been bad at this.
Failed.
I failed. I always
Are you
fail
wearing
at
pants?
Never.
Can I help
Sarah?
Can I help Sarah?
I'll tell you this time, and then you'll tell me next time.
Okay.
So we're raising money for Gendered Intelligence, who are a charity who work with trans youth in the UK. Gendered Intelligence do youth groups, they do like summer camps, they do outreach, they do campaigning, all to let trans kids know that they have a safe network of people who care about them. They can have a future, and everyone I've talked to, re-emphasizes how this is absolutely life-saving and vital.
Especially considering how little actual support they're getting from the state and the NHS at this point.
Especially considering, we talked to Shash earlier, who was kidnapped to India to experience conversion therapy by her family. It's really important to remember that, for trans young people, when they only have their biological family around, that's sometimes a really scary situation for them, because those are the people who want to do torture on them. We are also raising money for the Good Law Project, which is a non-profit organization of lawyers. The Good Law Project are the absolute Giga Chad heroes who helped to overturn the Kira Bell Tavistock case. They are also involved currently in suing the NHS for its absolutely ridiculous negligence of its duty to care for trans patients. And we are raising money for the Campaign for Southern Equality, which is fighting for equal rights and protections for LGBTQ+ people across the American South. Okay, I think I did a pretty good job of it, but I'm also really tired. I don't want to have to do it again.
Yeah, no, I am happy to do it as well. I was
I was taking notes this time.
Fantastic.
So.
I'm proud of you.
Another thing that I think is really important to talk about gender intelligence. I have got a couple of friends who went to the youth group things when they were younger. And also this is coming from... sorry, my brain's gone blank. Having spoken to some people who work with trans kids, the camps they do, especially for kids who if their parents maybe aren't as accepting of them, the opportunity that GI do to like let them kind of do a thing away from home might be like one of the few times that they can like meet people and kind of exist as their authentic self. Because obviously, you know, when you're living with parents and if they're really transphobic, you're a bit limited in how you can safely express yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know, like it's part of why, as a CERS person, I think this stuff is so important, because like these are people who have never felt comfortable either in their own bodies or at home, and they absolutely need a place where they can be themselves.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, like I had that luxury growing up, and everyone should have that.
Absolutely, and that's why it's so important for everybody to donate. I would really love to hit 10K before we go to bed. I'm not sure it's going to happen, but I would love to, chat. I would really like that.
Dig deep, chat.
Hey, the Good Law Project got a big boost not too long ago. They're at $8,514.
That's
Nice.
cool as hell, actually. That's really, really nice.
And I gave them a tenner.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cool. So, how about them sports?
Oh.
Yeah.
Sports
ball. Seattle Mariners are going to win the series this year. She said, shaking her head. That one's just for me.
I've heard of Seattle. I like some bands from there, and that's about it.
Yeah, there's actually a John Boy's documentary about the Seattle Mariners that is quite good. It's like a 5-part thing. They are. I have a friend here who is a big Mariners fan, and we watched that together. And she then got me to care about baseball, which is amazing because nobody else has ever been able to pull that off. She's also the person who got me into Formula One. Apparently, the thing that it takes to make sports interesting is to have a trans woman explain it to you.
That is what I've
who'd have
experienced
thought?
so far. Yes, that is what I've seen.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hyped for you that you're getting all these jock hobbies. You can leave your life as a nerd behind you.
Well, I am doing like a 2.5-hour video on the television show Lost, so I don't know if I'm going to be leaving it behind me necessarily.
You mean the most Giga Chad show to ever be aired on television?
I would call Lost a lot of things. I would not call it Giga Chad. I feel like if anything, that show is as diametrically opposed to that kind of masculinity.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's a good television show. You ask me.
I like
good
television shows.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of good television shows too. Wait, I showed my girlfriend the first season of True Detective. We finished it last night, and we're both like, "Man, that's a great television show," until it isn't.
Yeah, that's more or less yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is so good, and then you get to the last episode, and you're like, what?
Yeah, I think
what?
that's a pretty fair description. Yeah.
And it's sort of like being gaslit. Like, wait, hold on, was I even perceiving the right show? Was I just experiencing something else thematically that was just completely unintentional? Because none of what I liked about this show that I thought was the text was in the text in the ending.
Did I watch this show by accident? Yeah, big same.
I've been watching Better Call Saul recently.
What do you think?
I'm enjoying it.
Cool.
I think I'm on season 4 currently, I think, and it's...
Don't you just wish he'd quit his crimey ways, but you know he won't, but he's just incorrigible, so there's nothing to be done about it.
I'm largely just like, Jimmy is just a fun character.
Yeah,
like,
he's awesome.
That's
And
largely
Bob
what
Odenkirk
I'm here for. Like, and Kim is cool as well, I guess.
Whoa! Okay, back the fuck up. What is this? I guess.
I I'm intrigued to see. I assume that as we get into the later seasons, they're going to be like driven apart by the fact that Jimmy refuses to quit.
You're trying to
being a
steel
little scam.
yourself against the inevitable loss.
Yeah.
I
feel like I would have more to say if I
formerly
was less
Breaking
tired.
Bad, now Better Call Saul fandom are all like children experiencing a messy divorce who are just like seeing all the midlife crisis bullshit that their dad is doing. Here meaning the main character Walter H. White, and being like, this is great, this is fun. At least I have fun with dad. And then like. Yeah.
I mean, you notice how much time Walt's own son has for fun with dad by the end of that show.
Yeah.
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 I hope Jack.
We love good family knife fights.
Yeah, I think.
Oh boy, yeah,
I think
that's the last
I
time.
think
That's the last time he interacts with him. Isn't
I
it?
would say that's the most important Festivus tradition is the family knife fight. I hope Jack will come on at some point in the stream because he had a very good video about Skylar White and how much everyone hates her for no good reason, and just misogyny. And I like that video. And
yeah.
Because Nat hadn't seen Breaking Bad until recently, and I showed it to her, and her reaction through the whole thing was delightful because she was just from episode 1 was like, I hate this guy.
Yeah.
Which was awesome, because she's completely
Wait,
correct.
hang on. I need to make a meme. 1 second.
She's entirely right about that, and I just sacrificed the wrong card. I'm some kind of asshole, honestly. I can't believe this.
I have to say, like I got into Breaking Bad kind of late, like it was 2 or 3 years in.
Yeah.
And loads of people have been talking it up and talking about like how Walt's this. You know, he's this genius, and he's an amazing thinker, and he's one step ahead of everybody. And I watched the show, and I'm like, when does Walt get to be this amazing genius thinker who's one step ahead of everybody?
He's constantly just the dumbest motherfucker.
Yeah. Like there's at least 3 points where he wins through blind luck.
Yep. That's the show. Yep.
Yeah, and then, like, you know, he's he's. Like the show makes it quite clear that he's pathetic. Like it's not even Rick and Morty where Rick wins.
He wins through blind luck, and then he basically gloats over being a super mega genius because of it.
Yeah.
And the fans just eat this the fuck up because they have the I guess the social experience of teenagers, and many of them are teenagers, and that part's fine. But many of them are also men in their 30s, and that's not fine.
Yeah.
It's
yeah. So
it's like I don't know how many of you guys have read or watched The Expanse.
No.
Yes, I've watched The Expanse.
So Marco, the antagonist in the last 2 series of the TV show, and like the 2 novels that they're based on, there's a repeated line in the novels where he's described as he's not 2 steps ahead of everybody, but he's got so many plans on the go that if he succeeds, he's like, aha, it's all working according to my plan. And if he fails, it's like, don't worry, I've got another plan. So no matter what the other side does, he has an answer that makes him look like a genius.
Right, yeah.
And I feel like some people kind of see Walt as being like that, but you know, he's not, because he kind of bumbles through everything, and it's just that, you know, he like sometimes he's got like, you know, his elaborate scheme kind of works and it makes him look smart, and other times he wins through the other people fucking up.
Well, you know the the classic heist movie rule: if you explain the plan will go wrong.
Yeah.
So, one crucial difference between Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, which is founded on the fact that it is good and nice to watch Bob Odenkirk, a charming scoundrel, succeed at things, is that in Breaking Bad, basically every time you'll have Walt, you know, dark and brooding because he thinks he's such a cool guy wearing a little hat, and he'll be like, "I've got an idea, Jesse. We're gonna use acid to rob a bank." And then you hear the whole plan. So necessarily, right, when the episode plays out, the plan has to go wrong. Whereas with Jimmy, it's like they've realized they're really at the top of that game with like the schemes and scams and flim-flams that he's going to come up with are all necessarily like such elaborate nonsense that'll be really fun to watch play out. So you don't want to know, and then that works to their advantage as well, because then like it means that you can watch it succeed. And yeah, so like a classic example being in the latest season, there was a whole thing involving, you know, like, yeah, I you know what, I won't go super into it, but it's because I know Joe is watching it, but like it involves making someone think that someone else is disreputable, basically, and the way that they do so is really like, you know, elaborate and fun in just the exact way that people love about Better Call Saul. And you know, if it was Walt, it would be like, I've come up with a genius idea. We have to cook a bunch of meth, and then I'll use Nazis. Jesse! And then
we need to cook.
And you're watching it like, hang on, is that a genius idea? What do you mean? Yeah, I'll have some Nazis kill a bunch of guys in jail. Wait, what? Wait,
yeah.
What's happening right now? You have to have a high IQ to understand this show. Yeah, I'm gonna have a bunch of skinheads stab a guy 1,000,000 times. Sorry, what is this? What? Like...
we need to get rid of this evidence. I know. I'm gonna put a giant magnet in a moving van.
Like,
oh god,
Jimmy
I just realized
is the skilled, like, veteran master scammer with, you know, decades of experience that makes him just delightful to watch at the top of his game. Walt is just this fucking impotent baby man raging so hard at the fact that his like wife his fucking wife won't like give him enough bacon on his special birthday breakfast. Like,
oh fuck, he did.
So I have just come to a revelation. Walter White is the Elon Musk of drug dealers.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. No, I think it's really like it's interesting to me that for the fandom who are watching along with Breaking Bad live, it's not just a thing that is true, but is said explicitly in the show that Walter White's pseudonym Heisenberg is a Nazi. And people watching along like, ooh, he's kind of an interesting, morally mixed, ambiguous, grey character. And then he just starts working with actual neo-Nazis, and it's like...
Yeah.
Across the show, they're really just trying to ramp it up and be like, hey guys, we mean it, he's a bad guy, he sucks.
Yeah,
I gotta be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the last 2 seasons of Breaking Bad. There's a lot of good stuff in there, but
it definitely peaks in season 2.
This is my Breaking Bad seasons 4 and 5 take. Everyone knows that it was ruined by them thinking that they were going to have the show cancelled, so they hit a really weird speed bump where they, you know, they had to wrap up the show as if season 4 was the end of the show, and then they had to go from zero momentum all the way up to Walt's like grand meth empire to experience the fall, all within 1 season, right?
Yeah.
So season 5 is functionally a different show because the tone, the pacing, the characterization is so different. They are essentially speed running the character arcs they had planned for all 5 seasons within just 1 season. All of the heists are wackier, all of the stakes are higher, and everyone is going through what they're going through a lot faster. My comparison is, it's like the end of Evangelion for Breaking Bad.
Oh shit.
Seasons 1 through 4 of Breaking Bad are one cohesive show, where at the end, Walt gets out and he's done with the crime, so it's kind of a happy ending. But the fans, they love when Walt do crime. They love when guys say, "You're goddamn right, I'm Heisenberg." They hate when woman, but they love when man. So the creators are like, how can we make this any more obvious? We have one more season to go. We've been brought back. We're super popular. How do we make it so obvious to people that this is like a scumbag who you should not be idolizing? And so they're just like, okay, he works with Nazis, he kills children, and he revels in being a piece of shit. When he's ultimately asked to justify why he is the way he is, he says, I liked it. I was good at it. It made me happy. I was alive for the first time. And right? And so season 5 is this, like, is, again, to reinforce the kind of idea that it's like the end of Evangelion. Every character, not just Walt, but every character, much like, you know, the bonds of fellowship fail, right? Lord of the Rings kind of shit. It's like every character succumbs to their innate character flaws. There is a point at which Skylar could work with Hank and successfully detain Walt, and she chooses not to. There is a point at which Hank could share the case he's working on with other people and definitely successfully detain Walt, but he knows his reputation will be ruined if he does. So he doesn't, so he fails, and he dies. There are infinite points at which Walt could just turn around and not be a meth kingpin working with neo-Nazis, and he doesn't, right? And then, like, for Jesse, I think that it's interesting to say, like, he doesn't really succumb to a character flaw, but in the way that throughout all the other seasons is Jesse's, like, lack of agency that is hard to watch and upsetting.
Yes.
And Jesse is this, like, character stepping stone for the audience, and his suffering is your suffering. In that way, like, Jesse goes through that, you know, the maximum amount of that. He's literally kept in a cage, you know.
Yeah.
So that's my comparison. That's my way of understanding Breaking Bad as two shows that you have to watch back to back to understand, but they are different shows, and it's quite like Evangelion and then the end of Evangelion.
Interesting.
So
I guess that makes Better Call Saul rebuild of Evangelion.
Which in many ways it is. It's louder, it's sillier, it's funnier, there's a lot more fan service. They've brought back tons of characters they didn't need to for no good reason, except that fans like them and it's fun. And it's ultimately sticking to the same core themes. And some people would make an argument that it's doing a better job, but not me. I wouldn't do that.
I'm just going to play out here for a second. Shin Breaking Bad by Hideki Anno. I'm not just saying this because I watched
White is attacking the city.
I'm not just saying this because I rewatched Shin Godzilla yesterday.
Only
Dear
Shonen
God.
Pinkman
No,
can
wouldn't that
defend
be
the
Shin
city
Jingle
from...
All the Way?
Only Shonen Pinkman can defend the city from the 60-foot tall chemistry teacher with cancer who's decided to take out his impotent rage and his fear of his own mortality on everybody else.
It is. That would just be the American Godzilla reboot that had Bryan Cranston, the one that had Bryan Cranston in it, where instead it's like there's a tiny Godzilla who's working in a lab, and then Bryan Cranston comes storming through and crushes him, and then Godzuki has to join the U.S. military and take revenge on Guts.
But jot this one down: the tiny Godzilla who's working to stop the giant Bryan Cranston is just Badger in like a fucking Chuck E. Cheese-esque fucking mascot costume for what's it called, Reptar from Rugrats or something.
Yeah,
that's what the man-sized Godzilla is, and he's working with Jesse to stop Walt. I watched the American Godzilla for Bryan Cranston. I'm a bit of a cranhead, and he dies so fast in that movie, and I was so mad.
Isn't the dude like a massive homophobe?
Really?
I think I remember reading something like that.
I don't,
because he did a voice in the new Voltron cartoon, and apparently he said he made some really shitty comments when people were like shipping.
I've never heard that. That sucks. If that's true.
Yeah, it blows. If that's true, yeah. Oh hell! hell, what was I? Oh, have you seen any of the other movies in the new Godzilla franchise, the MonsterVerse?
Yeah, I saw Godzilla King Kong.
I
They
saw
made the monkey the wrong fucking size.
Okay, go. Sorry.
Yeah, I watched Godzilla King of the Monsters when it showed up on Netflix, and that film is incoherent.
Yes.
It's
a nightmare.
It's just like I could just watch GMK if I wanted nonsense and monster fights, and the fights in GMK are better.
Yeah.
Valid.
I will say I have a morbid fascination with those films because they're sort of like a window into a version of the MCU that was produced by like unhinged libertarians. It's
so you mean
like
hang on a second, Sarah. So you mean the DCCU?
Yes, but somehow even like it's bizarre because like the single uniting factor of all of the movies, it isn't Godzilla or King Kong. It isn't even like the existence of monsters. It's the Hollow Earth theory.
Yes. Yes.
It's so weird.
When I was watching Godzilla King Kong and Hollow Earth flashed up on screen in the title sequence, I was like, oh, that's wacky. And then they just go into the Hollow Earth, and I was like, what is happening? That was
in the King Kong movie, the Apocalypse Kong movie, they have like a scientist who's there who's like just like researching Hollow Earth, and he's like, I'm convinced that these monsters are using the Hollow Earth to travel long distances, and then they confirm that the monsters come from the Hollow Earth, and it's treated as this big revelation.
Yeah.
And then in the next movie, they have like the descendant of that scientist, like, when my grandfather discovered the Hollow Earth, Monarch, our organization kept it a secret. And now we have to find a doorway into the hollow.
I know too much about the Hollow Earth from reading academic research about conspiracy theories.
I can imagine.
But I'm quite biologically incapable at this point of talking about the Hollow Earth without mentioning that one American president greenlit an expedition to explore the Hollow Earth, and the next one canceled it because he believed the Earth was flat. All hail the greatest nation on Earth, everybody.
Yeah. I love this country. This country is so cool.
I love the idea of a country that would both elect those guys I just described, and have more of the most powerful weapon ever devised by mankind than anybody else. That's cool to me. That's sick as hell.
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah. What if a country founded on slavery and eugenics had the largest military budget of any country by like several orders of magnitude?
Yeah, Resident Evil is such a nightmare for me because it's like I sincerely feel that they are using a lot of Americana, like, essentially ironically, but I don't think that there's much like defense to really be made of like using Americana ironically, because the people who love it are not gonna care. They're not gonna be like, wow, this is shitting on us. They're not gonna get it. But it is still my contention because like it's the Resident Evil is very just literally America. It's America the whole time. It turns out America was coming from inside the house.
Inside the Earth.
Inside the Hollow Earth.
Inside the Hollow Earth.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Sometimes when I'm writing big scripts and I have to read them a lot of times to get the take right, the line sticks in my brain for the rest of my life. And one phrase that stuck in my head from the conspiracy video is just reptilians from the Hollow Earth, right? I was describing the differences in degrees of belief that you could have, right?
There's like so many Doctor Who episodes about that.
You could be like, JFK was probably killed by more than what they're letting on, right? And that would be buying in. And then there would be like, you have a preferred JFK conspiracy theory, like for instance the one that is correct, which is that Bernard Montgomery Sanders was the second shooter on the grassy knoll, or and then like, or because you believe that the deep state killed JFK because they are reptilians from the Hollow Earth. I had to check when I was writing that script. I was just like, I just want to make sure. I looked through my like kind of handbook of conspiracy theories, which is the Culture of Conspiracy by Michael Bakun. It's very, very good. And I just kind of reread the chapter on the Hollow Earth to be like, it's chill. The reptilians, in the official lore of fucking conspiracy theories, reptilians come from the Hollow Earth. If you find someone who says that reptilians come from space, they're full of shit. Reptilians come from the Hollow Earth. Everyone knows.
This is really hurting me as a fan of the what is it, 80s, the 1980s or 90s television show V, about a secret invasion. Also the remake.
They should have done better. That's all I'm saying.
They should have done better. Yeah, they didn't do their research.
If there was one thing Bill Cooper was clear on his whole career, it's that you need to do your own research.
Mm-hmm.
So
own an ungodly amount of guns if you possibly can.
Here's the thing about V, okay? So every incarnation of V gets cancelled very quickly. So they never got to do the proper revelation, which was they were from the Hollow Earth the whole time. They left on spaceships and looped back around Mars to fool humans.
I love bullshit.
Don't we all? Really, at the end of the day, isn't that what we're all here for?
Yeah,
this is the kind of stuff that makes Sophie demod me and remod me every 6 weeks.
That's true. That's true.
I swear I'm going to figure out a command I can put in that I will be able to run even if you demod me, where I can set it to up the count and reset the date every time it happens.
It has been X number of days since the last workplace accident. **. Lorcan was on his bullshit again, and I had to demod.
I was demodded for shit posting.
Exclamation point Lorcan, it's easy.
Exactly.
Demodded for shit posting is really just a synonym for censored for truth. So
exactly, yeah. You can't handle me. You can't handle my natural.
This is what you get for speaking truth to power. Yeah. Speaking of Hollow Earth, there was this really good series of like YA books I read as a teenager, but like literally the entire premise was, what if Earth's hollow?
I'm having trouble with this premise.
How so?
It was good YA books.
Yes.
Okay, let's go with
wow.
Let's go one by one. So I understand books. I understand what a book is, and I'm pretty sure I have a firm enough grasp of what YA. But definitionally,
it stands for your ass.
Wow. Okay, then.
A problem.
That was a bad joke. Yeah.
To cut in for a second, Anarchist Apples is asking who's who in voice chat.
Then you should probably tell him.
You go first. You're at top of the list.
Who are you talking to?
Is there a list?
It's host. But in the Discord channel is what I normally do.
Oh, yeah.
And that's you, Joe.
No, it's Sophie's top.
It's Sophie's channel.
And? Well, okay, I guess if Sophie's too big and important to introduce herself. My name's Joe. I'm a TTRPG designer. I'm the long-suffering mod of this stream.
Joe's been doing an incredible job and working extremely hard.
It's true.
For a really long time.
It is true. Who's next?
I believe I am. My name is Lorcan. I am a nerd and an activist. I do work for pro-choice movements in Ireland.
Wow. I'm Sarah Zedek. I'm a goat. I do YouTube videos about, I don't know, stuff. My YouTube channel is called Let's Talk About Stuff, which is good branding, I think.
Yeah,
Because I talk about stuff sometimes.
And fans of this channel who may not be aware of your channel might recognize you from the Matrix sequels are good actually video.
Yeah. I was in that a little bit. I had a hand in that.
There you go, a little bit. What? You're literally 50% of the video.
The Neo short for Neo Vagina still gets me every time.
Well, what works so well about that video is that is a perfect example. Sarah read my jokes that I wrote, and I read Sarah's jokes that she wrote, and it just made everything that we wrote funnier. Like we just deliver each other's jokes a lot better. I think we should always.
Yeah, that was fun.
Scripts.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
Who's next?
I'm Andy. I'm not gonna plug out. It's late. I'm sleepy.
Fair enough.
Well, so I want to know who we are raising money for at the moment. Sarah, could you tell me what the funds are that we're raising money for?
Yeah. So we're raising money for Gendered Intelligence.
Oh yeah.
Which is a UK based organization that does youth groups and etc. The Good Law Project, which helped overturn the Tavistock decision. They have lawyers on there that they do good stuff. And the Campaign for Southern Equality to help trans kids here in the American South. I'm not in the American South anymore, but in the American South to have rights and be able to survive.
There you go.
And giving money to all of these causes is based, while not giving money to these causes is cringe.
Yes, that's an important note too.
That's true. Yeah. People should throw their money at these organizations, because I don't know if you've looked out the window recently. Trans people, we're going through it. We're going through it a little bit at this particular moment. Trans kids,
because
in particular.
In the UK, the government mandated that trans people have to just suffer in public, in large congregations as often as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what the Tory government's all about.
Fucking Tories.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fuck the Tories.
Is that Birdley from Deltarune? The card turned over as soon as I said that, so never mind. There he is. There he is. That's Birdley.
Oh, you mean my Kingfish?
There he is. Yeah.
Sure, if you say so.
Kingfish. I do say so. I'm the authority on this.
I believe you.
I
simply believe you. That's all.
This is, you know what? I take it, because not enough people say that to me. I like it when people say to me, "Sarah, you're right. I agree. You're so
I try to
so
say it
true,
as often as I
bestie."
can. You just pop up to my stream and you're like, I'm making a video about Lost is the best show. I haven't even seen Lost. I'm like, great. I just try to agree with Sarah wherever possible. She's almost always right. I'm yet to see her be wrong.
Oh, well, first time for everything. I'm working on it.
Okay.
One of these days.
You keep it up. We'll get there eventually. We'll get there. I believe in us.
Yeah.
May I be cheeky?
I like how bony your deck is.
There are a lot of bones. It's true.
What about my deck?
Got a lot of bone cards.
Yeah. I love
There's so many double entendres right below the surface here.
Oh yeah. Andy, you wanted to be cheeky and shout out something?
That was me.
Oh, sorry.
So I made a game for Game Jam recently called You Are a Beast. It's about existing as a trans person. It's free if you're trans, but also I want to do a thing where if you buy it, then I will donate any money that's made during the stream to the stream at the end. So
ooh,
why not?
That's a nice idea.
Just posted it in chat.
Ooh.
You could add a Nightbot command that reminds people that that's an offer. Maybe.
Yeah. We should also remind people about the auction, but I'm so tired, I cannot possibly. I will die.
There's a command for that. Commie auction, isn't it?
There is a nice little command.
It's ! Auction.
And then if someone would just read out the blurb, that would be great.
Okay, can I do like a dramatic reading?
Can you?
Please do.
Put commie auction or poster auction in your donation message to enter the auction to win a custom art commission from Birdie Blake or a physical version of the stream poster. If we reach 50,000 dollarinos for each fund, another commission prize will be added. How about that? And then you can follow a link through, and there's examples of the sort of art that Birdie has put together and his work.
There we go. Oh, pretty based, if you ask me.
And instead of
like a
thinking to
third
put any of
win.
these messages in my donation, I just wrote something in Irish.
Oh.
What about saving or shaving Mule's beard? What do we think about that?
Right.
So, Mule to me looks like the kind of person that could grow that beard back in 6 weeks.
I don't know about 6 weeks. He does.
I'd say good 6 months to get it back to there, but looking good relatively quickly. Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's, as long as I've known him, he's had a beard. But it was shorter, like pretty close cropped. I can't remember how long it took him to get it out like this. Yeah, I don't know.
Full marks.
I don't know. It could have, honestly, I don't know. It was pretty quick.
Yeah, like, okay, I'm completely basing this on my beard. Which, like if I go a week without shaving, it's quite big. So, and Mule kind of like has that same sort of chin vibe as I do, I think. You know, I'm using the technical terms like chin vibe.
Chin vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
Should I go get some items? Should I get a totem, or should I get one of my cards cloned?
What's your current totem?
I don't know. Wolf, something. Shit, what is it? I've forgotten.
Does it work well with your deck? Do you like it with your deck?
Do I even have any beast cards? I literally don't have any beast cards, and it's for a beast sigil.
I would go for totem.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
The only other head available is Snake. Andy, you've betrayed me.
What?
The snake is actually Andy.
That's on
He's in the
Leshy,
game.
not me.
Oh yeah.
I was just running the numbers.
Jeez. I can't believe now I have to have a totem which is a reptilian from the Hollow Earth. This sucks.
Every time. Every single time.
I'm trying to escape the reptilians from the Hollow Earth, just like the rest of the working class. Damn it.
Well, it's hard to escape the reptilians when you are one.
Yeah, that's why you never see me from behind. It's because of the tail.
It's because of the big zipper on the back of your head.
I feel like I've really achieved a level of success in my career where people are calling me satanic and spreading conspiracy theories about me. That is, I mean, how long would it take you to get to that level of celebrity in the 50s, right? You'd have to be world famous. The Beatles did all the shit that they did, and they only got like what the Paul is dead conspiracy theory, and that one was piss. I'm a satanic CIA agent. That's great. I've succeeded.
Yeah, we really have made progress as a society because
we
the rate at which you can have unhinged conspiracies made about you is just astronomical.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. I'm proud of us.
I'm proud of us as a species. We've come a long way since the caveman days.
I mean, think about how difficult it was to cancel somebody when you had to like transmit that information by walking from settlement to settlement.
Yeah, they used to just call it hate mail, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
The You know who else was cancelled? I'll give you a little clue. He died for our sins.
Jesus H. Christ.
I didn't want to have to do this, but fellow yeoman Ephraim in the nearing township was I don't
Scott Frolic.
I don't have a finishing for that. I just had that in my head.
This is the hardest fable I have ever had to relay. But I will be pausing throughout my story today to shout out Pete's Grocer. They are the best and only store around.
Please donate various grains to my to my friend over here. God.
Wow, this really blew up. You can listen to me yodeling, playing the lute and singing songs that I wrote by the Old Mill twice a week.
And we'll see everybody next week at the witch burning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I'll be playing peaceful folk ballads by the fire.
Yeah.
Woof!
I am realizing altogether too late that what I should have done was at Easter gone to mass, and when they relate Jesus being crucified, yelled out "cancel culture's gone too far this time."
Oh boy. Yeah.
Joe's working on
the
potential
next year.
Are you planning to do that, or are you planning to raid into Tim's?
I'm going to raid into Tim.
Okay.
I'm going to do that pretty shortly. Because I'm having a good time, but I am also tired as a dog. And and we are not going to hit 10k before I crash. I'm crashing now. The crash is happening. So, yeah. No. We should just raid into Tim and go live again in the morning. So.
Okay.
Kira is already doing a night crew thing. She's already gonna have people chatting while she's asleep. If people want to go on a night crew, they can go on Kira's.
Okay.
That's fine. Joe, don't worry about doing a night crew. That's fine.
Okay.
So if we are going to wrap up soon, I want to try and outdo Casey on the shit puns.
Oh no!
I've got one for you. I've got a joke I heard the other day, and I cannot stop laughing at it. So I'm going to inflict it on you all. So a horse walks into a bar and asks the barman for a pint and sculls it back. Barman's looking at him going, you drank that pretty fast. I think I see you in here a lot as well. Are you sure you're not an alcoholic? And the horse says, I think not, and then vanishes. Now, obviously, this joke is a reference to René Descartes' famous maxim, I think, therefore I am. And I could have explained this before telling you the joke, but then I would have been putting Descartes before the horse.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. No!
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 That was a really good joke. Thank you for telling that joke. That was a really good joke. I got a good chuckle out of that. That was a good joke. Thank you.
Yeah, I had fun.
I liked that joke a lot. That was a good joke. Thank you. That was a good joke.
It's the perfect balance between excellent and terrible.
Nat relayed once a very, very, very long joke. The length is the point, but it's really wearing you down. And then the punchline is a pun, like the spoonerism, like better Nate than Lever, and it's like a character called Nate and then Lever involved, and it's a whole thing. And it's just fucking yeah. I'm giving you the best version of this experience by just telling you about it. Yeah, maybe so. I think you might have done a bit more. You might have remembered some of the story at least. Yeah. Beans. Oh, beans. I'm tired.
Beans.
Yeah.
As a dog.
How's the description?
Pretty good. I'm having fun with it. I'm kind of sad that we couldn't play Franken earlier. It just didn't run.
Yeah, what
I'm hoping that I can maybe fix that tomorrow.
Yeah, because Splendid lands around
Of course, yeah. No, I want to hang with them and play that cool game, but I don't know if I will be able to.
One of the first people in at 12. So if you
I mean, you could always just do it as a stream, not part of a fundraiser or something.
No, I'll try and get it running. I'll try and get it running tomorrow, first thing, and then if Splendid-Land's going to be one of the first guests, then that'll work out nicely. When am I planning to play Shadow of the Colossus? Because that's like one that I'm actually quite excited for, because it's a big relief. Probably on day 3 sometime, right? I'm just checking the schedule. Wow, I'm so tired. What happened to my body? All the energy,
Streaming is exhausting.
Ability has gone from it. Oh right, I'm gonna play Shadow of the Colossus after the all 4 hosts together period. This same window that we're kind of in now, I'm gonna play some Shadow of the Colossus tomorrow.
Nice.
Cool.
When I'm already extremely tired. It seems like the best place to do it. When I need something very chill. I know he is playing Doors of Insanity. Yeah, baby. I feel like I'm missing an opportunity by having Sarah and Andy, big brain anarchists, on the show at the same time, and we're not having a big brain smarty pants chat. We're just tired.
Yeah. I don't know if I would call myself an anarchist.
My bad.
But I'm. That's okay. I'm just a goat.
Well, sometimes you just gotta be a goat.
Yeah, it's true. Most of the time.
Wait,
for me.
is Sarah goated with the sauce?
I need you to leave, Joe. No.
Okay, then bye. Good luck. Good luck modding the stream, bitch.
I'll just take over. It's fine.
So that's a great note to wrap up for the night. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go crash out. I really thought I would make it to 3 a.m. But I'm just tired. That's just the case. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go catch some sleep. I will be streaming again the moment I am up. I will actually do some of my morning workout on stream for those creeps who want to see that. Yeah, so that's cool, huh? I can see people are donating money. That's pretty cool. Do we want to do a quick read of donate messages before we wrap up, and then I can go and cuddle my shonk and sleep?
I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down for reading out things that people said.
Let's fetch
while we're getting that together, I'm going to make a plug since I didn't earlier. Everybody should watch Centaur World. Pirate it if you have to, where piracy is legal. It's so good. I love it.
But it's really, really, really worth me saying we've raised, fucking... Is that $8,000 for Judo Project?
Yep. 8,600.
8,670 for Good Law Project. Shade under 8,000 for Campaign for Southern Equality.
Holy shit.
Do you want me to get you a total before you leave?
That would be awesome, yeah. I'm waiting on this quote on the donation messages first, though. So I don't know who is on that. Nat just wandered into the kitchen. I don't know what's happening right now.
No. I can do the donation messages if you give me a minute.
Then, yeah, please do that, please.
Whoa.
Chat, please get your donations in quick if you wanna. Nope. The rest of the sentence is gone. We're gonna read into Tim when we've read a few donation messages. So, I would love to be leaving on a high point. Please, chat, hang out and watch Tim and keep the momentum going.
And give him money.
Give trans kids money.
Via Tim.
Via Tim, yes. Yeah, but seriously, yeah. I really want us to have this proper 24-hour momentum going where we're really engaging with what's going on across all the Red Planet channels. And I know that Tim's gonna be up to some cool stuff. He's always playing cool little indie games that I've never heard of, but ultimately enjoy a lot when I then try them. Kira has cool guests on. Mule is doing Dark Souls speedrunning. It's all incredibly based and cool. and you should all go watch it, which is what you'll do when we raid. Do we have some donation messages now? I'm trying to ramble for
I'm just doing the totals quickly, and then I can do donation messages.
Okay, that's why I want. Gosh.
Well, I have to do one before the other, and you said you wanted me to do the totals, and my brain's tired, so I've got a pretty one-track mind right now. So in total so far, we have raised £20,962.
Holy fuck!
Or $26,202.
That's a lot of money.
So much.
Oh my god.
That's just the first day.
That's fucking good as shit.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
So y'all should probably get on that on the auction.
Yeah, that's true.
There's been so many incredibly generous people. Like some of the amounts of money that have been read out. It has been really cool to see that happening.
Honestly, I don't want to underplay big donations because they are amazing, and it's really amazing every time that we get a big donation and we get to leap forward really dramatically to like another a higher total. But I just want to point out, like, the small donations that we get, how many people come in and they're like, this is what I can afford to give. And they're like, it's like $5 because they care, because they want to help, right? J.K. Rowling is a billionaire, right? She's actually a billionaire. Is she just a multimillionaire or is she a billionaire?
I think she's a multimillionaire.
The power and influence that she has now, could continue to buy, could build up through further investment, is immense through this sickening, terrorizing system that we live in, that just gives people such disgusting, irresponsible levels of power. And she chooses it for what? To hurt kids, to hurt people like me, to try to take away our futures, and we get together and we give the little bits that we can, and even people who that's like the $5 is all that they can give, they want to give it because they care about trans people having a future. And that is a type of person, a type of social interaction, a type of society that has a future. That is a type of human living that can go forward, and the type of humanity, if you can even call it that these bigots are displaying, cannot. It has no future, it has no end game, it has no goal, it has no society it can build. It is necessarily just a fire burning out, and it will. And we will survive it, and we're going to be okay. And trans kids are going to be okay because of people's donations, because of that money. So let's keep it going the whole weekend. Tomorrow's going to be even bigger. I just know it. We're going to play some Franken. We're going to play some Bloodborne PSX with the creator of Bloodborne PSX, the very cool, very cool Lilith. Love her. She's awesome. Love her. We're going to play some more Minecrafter with the other hosts, and then we're going to play some Shadow of the Colossus. It's going to be good as fuck, and I know we're going to raise so much money. Should we read some donation messages? Are they ready now? Do we got them?
Silence.
I don't think we got them yet.
Rip! Okay.
Sorry, I was muted. I'm working on it. I'm nearly done.
Okay, that's cool. So, yeah, tomorrow's going to be even better. Right now, we're going to read some donation messages, and then we're going to raid into Tim's stream. I think he's playing Doors of Insanity. That's what we just said before. And then I'm going to go get some sleep, but I'll be back in I don't know what, like 8 hours or something. How long does it take to sleep? Not that long. Less hours than that. Whatever. And I'm excited for that. That's going to be good stuff.
I'm going to take this opportunity to shout out the abortion rights campaign. Everyone should go follow Free Safe Legal on Twitter because we're awesome.
Nice.
Yes.
And we're all about all forms of bodily autonomy. We do an awful lot of work around trans rights as well as reproductive justice. And go buy our merch. We have really cool badges that we just got in, and we have cool t-shirts.
Hell yeah. I love that.
Any opportunity to plug us.
Yeah.
I say them. I was like planning the rally for choice last week.
So are we still working from the same document as before?
Yep.
Should we start reading now?
You can do.
I'm going to read the first one, which is from Anonymous, the infamous 4chan hacker collective, and they've donated £69.69. And the message reads, "Lol, funny number. I'm gay."
Incredible. I think it's true.
Locan?
Steve McHugh donated £20 saying, "I'm surprised you're still streaming, so I've no excuse not to donate to help trans kids. Vince McMahon is a real-life version of Heihachi Mishima from Tekken. I wonder if Vince plans to catch an axe with his teeth or throw Shane off a cliff."
Who's next? Sarah?
Yeah.
This is Sophie voice text.
Yeah, I got it.
Cool.
I got it. Oh, that's in italics now. Yonchafim said donated £20 and said, "Save the beard." It's like a speed run. Wow. Just like in AGDQ.
Sad Cheese donated 100 Great British pounds. With no message, but it's a big amount, so we're saying it anyway.
Alice in Toryland donated £20. "I only recently came out as trans, but I've been an active supporter of the community for years. I'm not usually one to donate to charities since my income has always been very tight, but I couldn't not for this, especially given the current political climate here in the UK. Love you, Sophie."
Aww. Wow,
that's a really good example.
Message. Really appreciate that.
That's a really good example of what you were just saying about like people who donating every little bit they can as well.
That's absolutely fucking right. I got sidetracked by something. Is it my turn again? Shall I go? Shall I let's do that? Ashen122 donated a whole £20 sterling and said, "Solidarity, save the beard, and I'll be back later. Got a B-Day party to goblin up." I'm sure Mule will appreciate that message. He loves goblins. Who's next?
I think I'm next. Emmy Faye donated $6.50 in British pounds, saying, "And some for these!" exclamation mark.
Wow.
I don't know if we missed a message. I don't know if it has more context or if it's...
Oh, there's another one below that is the first message for that, I believe.
I see. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. Dill donated £10, said, "Happy to help however I can," which is great.
It absolutely is, and it again is exactly what we were just saying. Andy.
Yep. Ali the Trades Trend, £20. "Started HRT today. Trans rights."
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Emmy Faye donated $8.12. And first said, no, hang on. No, this isn't the first one. There's still more to go. Okay, this is the middle message anyway. "And some for this lovely campaign too. Thanks again."
I don't think we have a third one from them.
Oh no!
Currently. Oh, you know what? You know what it actually is probably?
Uh-huh.
We don't have access to any messages that get donated to Good Law Project because they're going through Mule's thing, and I believe only he has access to the tip jar.
Emmy Faye said, "Here's some money for Good Law Project, and some for this lovely campaign too, campaign for Southern Equality, and then and some for these for gender intelligence." So there you go.
Speaking of which, by the way, if you have put a message and it hasn't been read out, it's probably because it was for a Good Law Project one. We'll try and find a way to do those at some point in the stream, but yeah. It's my go, isn't it?
Yep.
Una donated $25, and that's for the commie auction.
Yes.
So
entering
Una
is the current highest bid, $25 for the commission that Buddy Blake is offering. That's awesome.
Brokeback Jess donated 20 American pounds and said, "Trans people are on the right side of history. F the patriarchy."
Wow. The patriarchy
Profound.
is an F.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big L being on the side of the patriarchy. It's cringe.
Yeah.
Am I saying these things right? I'm old. I don't know what words mean anymore.
Recycling that joke from earlier, the LGB Alliance may not represent many L's, but they certainly represent the biggest ones.
Beautiful. All right. Mixed Chloe B42 donated $10. Said trans rights, more like the last album title and the last track from Gloss. If you know, you know. Trans liberation now.
Okay.
The Violet Roz donated 100 American dollars.
Rob_Arts donated 25 independent sovereign citizen dollars, which happen to exist within occupied Gestapo Democrat America. And said, in honor of Kira getting out of the cube.
It's the cube.
There'll be more cube. We can subject more people to the cube tomorrow.
Rob_Arts.
Don't edit that one.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. Brokeback_Jess donated 10 Fallout bottle caps and said, save.
This is good. I
don't know what we're saving, but
The
yes,
beard.
I
It's the
agree.
It's definitely the beard.
Oh, yes, you're right. Yep.
Ainanai Mouse donated 100 Yankee monies and no message.
Okay.
Oh, whoa. All right. Live Action Pixel donated $10. Said, best of luck. Hope the run and fundraising goes well.
And Pandanopticon donated $50, sent to prison for eating, shooting, and leaving. Free them.
Beautiful.
I donated some money earlier to the Good Law Project, so I didn't show up on the list, but I said Ninyarka Kurlakela, which means there is no strength without unity.
Oh, beautiful.
For the union makes us strong. Let's raid into Tim. Let's do it. Let's keep the love going. Let's keep the donations flowing. Let's help those trans kids. And I'm going to do the raid now. Everybody here. Wait, Sarah, are you free tomorrow?
Yeah.
You hang out more?
Yeah. I think we're going to do noon my time, and Molly's going to be there. I think that's the plan.
Sick! I'm so excited for that. Okay, cool. We're raiding into Conquest of Dread. Everybody keep the donations going to help those trans kids. We can do this when we work together. Conquest of Dread. Tim, he's a cool guy. He's going to take you through the night, playing some cool indie games, getting those donations, helping those trans kids. I'm going to go pass out. I will be back soonish when I've slept with some Franken. Good night, everybody.
Bye,
everyone.
Bye.